Welcome inside Fightin Bison Gymnasium. As you just heard, double dip here tonight, as we'll have two very salty Thunder Basin teams going up against South High teams that are starting to slowly see some success. The Lady Fightin Bison, they got their first conference win against Laramie last week. They did fall to Douglas earlier in the week, and then for the South High Fightin Bison, they took down Douglas. Cameron Bird, 27 points in that game. But for Coach Bailey and Coach DeBryan, some successes to finally start building off of.
Yeah, without a doubt. For Cheyenne South right now, where, again, we'll get into the standings of the quadrant and also to the Eastern Conference. But, again, right now for both Lady Fightin Bison and Fightin Bison, they're going to take on two at least top 5 teams here in Class 4A. Again, for the Lady Fightin Bison, they come into this contest number 3 in Class 4A for the Fightin, at least for the Bolts. Again, for Thunder Basin, they come in at number 4. So, again, tough road ahead for both Lady Fightin Bison and Fightin Bison here at South High. Again, hopefully the road trip, kind of tired out this Thunder Basin team coming here to town at the Fightin Bison Gymnasium. So we will see, though. But, again, crucial conference game. It is something where now, here we are in the month of February, we start to look at those standings. We look at that quadrant play and that conference play, and it is all towards that regional tournament that's going to be happening up at Thunder Basin here at the end of February and early March.
Well, and for Coach Chad DeBryan, it gives you a chance to take down the reigning Class 4A state champions. Of course, last year for Coach Brady Luckin, her first state championship as far as girls basketball goes, the first state championship in school history. And this is a team that, when you look at it, you see a lot of similar names that we're used to seeing at Campbell County. Katie Lackey, Jersey Taylor started over at Gillette or at Campbell County High School as well, came over to Thunder Basin. So, and what's crazy too is a lot of these girls played significant roles on that state championship. In Jersey Taylor, Molly Shrub, Gabby Druby, Brecken Hamlin. Now they do have some injuries. Meadow Coons has been injured for most of the year. Does look like she's stressed out, so we'll see what her availability is. And then Regan McInnery, who had a massive state championship game against East last year at the Casper Event Center, she's out for the entire year. So this is a Thunder Basin team that, if you're Coach Chad DeBryan, you may have some opportunities if you can get some things to go your way here tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. And again, we will see what happens with it, at least coming up tonight, as I'll ask for my at least partner there, Chris, to hand me the at least ads really quickly. As we'll get into our sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. And we want to thank a few of them right now. I want to thank Aero Moving and Storage, B&B Appliance and TV, Baskin Robbins, the LCCC Fly Crew, Bread Basket Bakery, Burns Insurance Company, also to Capital Lumber Company, Charles Schwab, Shine Auto Repair and Service, Chick-fil-A, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, First Education, Federal Credit Union, Foot of the Rockies, Holiday Motors, High West Energy, Joed Produce, Kia of Cheyenne, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, First Tier Bank, and also to LCCC, which we will talk about as we have more LCCC basketball coming up tomorrow here in town, live over at the Rack, as it will be LCCC taking on Sheridan College, the Lady Generals and Generals in town. And for LCCC, again, looking to get back on the winning side after a rough go of it in Torrington this past Wednesday.
Yeah, big game for them too, as it was Eastern Wyoming. They're they're neck and neck, so they're definitely going to have to make sure they get them back at the Rack. And I believe that's next week, right? You were saying that they pretty much play them back-to-back weeks. They play Eastern Wyoming.
I do believe so, again, as we at least have about 5 games remaining on the schedule for LCCC. Again, Sheridan coming up this weekend. We will have at least next Saturday a road trip up to Gillette to see Gillette College, and I do believe next Wednesday, at least Eastern Wyoming will be in town to take on LCCC. They're live at the Rack. So, again, as we start to look at playoffs for not only high school basketball but also to LCCC basketball, as we are here early on in the month of February, and again, the weeks start to dwindle down, those games remaining start to dwindle down, and you start looking at and trying to figure out where you're going, who you're facing off against, and all those kind of specific matchups.
Well, and unlike high school where it's predetermined where the regional tournament is, for Region 9, top 4 teams get to host in that first round. So for LCCC, they're right on that bubble right now. So these games, they're starting to become a little bit bigger as with a couple of big wins, but they've also had a couple of big losses as well.
Yeah, without a doubt. Also, too, want to thank more of our fine sports sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. We'd like to thank MHP, Lennox Auto Body, Little Philly, Mary's Mountain Cookies, Medicap Pharmacy, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union. Also, too, Mare Plumbing and Heating, Page and Zach Lane at Number One Properties, Pepsi of Cheyenne, sponsoring our Pepsi scoreboard, Pete's Builders, Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, the Gill Window Company, YDOT, Cheyenne Urological PC.
We'll take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll get dive in more into this first matchup of the night between the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts and the South High Lady Fightin Bison. Again, after this 2-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to kiaofcheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Fightin Bison Gymnasium. Again, I'm Chris Polton, joined alongside my partner, as always, Nick Proietti, at least for 3 more contests. Of course, next week, tentatively, you and Pops will dabble in some high school basketball.
Yeah, as we will see the same Thunder Basin squads, again, Lady Bolts and Bolts respectively up in Thunder Basin, as it will be Cheyenne Central heading up north. Again, as we do the more Eastern Conference play, get out of quadrant play. But again, for Cheyenne Central, they will head up to Thunder Basin to see this team there in Gillette, Wyoming. That game coming up this Friday, or at least next Friday, I should say, up there in Gillette, Wyoming. So looking forward to that one. And then after that game, we will head on over to Gillette College Saturday to see LCCC take on the Lady Pronghorns and Pronghorns. So again, a lot of action, a busy weekend for us next week up there in Gillette.
Well, for this Thunder Basin Lady Bolts team, they are the reigning Class 4A champions. Not the start for Coach Lutkin that she had probably had dreamed of, returning quite a few. They did lose a lot, though. They lost Maddie Miller, who was their leading scorer last year, and somebody needed to find a way to step up for. Jersey Taylor's definitely done that. But they still have a lot of size, Nick. They have Molly Strub, that's 6'3", and that's going to be a lot to contend with, especially for Riley Van Tassel.
Yeah, without a doubt, Van Tassel, who is the big on the inside for Cheyenne South. Again, kind of that, at least for Chad DeBryan, that go-to person out there for size to at least kind of compete with those across here, Class 4A. So, and again, she's been kind of bullied around, so to speak, or at least she's kind of been pushed around here early on in this season. Again, where schools or at least teams realize that she is that height, she is that go-to person on the inside, that they kind of frazzled her. We saw that in a few contests. The last time we saw Cheyenne South here, at least at Fightin Bison at least Gymnasium, it was a situation where Scotts Bluff addressed that immediately, denied her any entry on the inside, and pretty much quieted down the Cheyenne South team.
Well, and this is a Thunder Basin team, too, that you can see a lot of different individuals score. They've actually had 5 different Lady Bolts lead them in scoring. When you look across just here in our own town in Cheyenne, you don't see that much scoring diversity, whereas, usually with the South, it's usually Callista Martinez, maybe Andrea DeMoss if she can hit the 3-ball from the outside. But or at East, you see Kai Buell's name a ton, and for Central, it's either Delbridge or Fernio. But for Thunder Basin, Jersey Taylor's led them in scoring a game. Gabby Druby, Peyton McGrath, Kate Lackey, which is a very familiar name, but not for Thunder Basin, more for Campbell County. And then you have Sydney Solom. She's also led this Thunder Basin in scoring in a game as well. And for a coach, Chad DeBrine, that always makes it tough because you can't key in on one, because that means if you key on one, that means somebody else is having a big game, and it very well could be Molly Strube here tonight with her size.
Yeah, certainly we'll see what happens again with Chad DeBryan. Unfortunately, also, too, we did not have a chance to talk with Chad DeBryan. Hopefully we will have him on post-game show after this contest. Also, to have a chance, hopefully, to talk with boys basketball head coach Jeff Bailey here at Cheyenne South at halftime of this girls contest. Again, we ran into a little, at least technical difficulties. So, again, hopefully we will be able to talk with both of those coaches at respective times to get their thoughts on these contests. But, again, for Chad DeBryan, you can only imagine that he's going to have a game plan set in stone to try and address that size. This is a team for Cheyenne South that more attacks with speed, skill, and, again, this is a team that's not afraid to shoot the outside basketball as well.
Absolutely, and they're going to need it. They're going to need a kind of an off night from Thunder Basin, and they're going to need a special night if they want to come away with the upset. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. We'll get more into the South High Lady Fightin' Bison and their last couple of weeks since we last seen them right after this on 1480 KRAE.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Welcome back to Cheyenne South as, again, we get ready for girls action here. At least two games, at least on the slate for us here on 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com, and video live streaming. Fingers crossed, and I do want to give a slight shout-out, or at least a big-time shout-out to AD Mark Puev here at Cheyenne South, setting us up with his own personal, at least, hotspot here, as mine is still on the fritz. And again, we still have the internet issues with the school district out here in Laramie County. But again, at least a big kudos to Mark Puev letting us borrow his to at least give you this live stream that is going to be broadcast on Periscope, via Twitter, and the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel. So again, looking forward to that contest as we are about 11 minutes and at least 11 and a half minutes away for tip-off here at Cheyenne South. And Chris, want to get really at least into this contest, or at least set things up here before we get into the starters. Take a look at the standings on the at least 4A East side, East Conference, and again breaking it down by the quadrants. And as we look, we see on the southeast side, Cheyenne Central at top. Again, their victory this past weekend, or at least past Friday, they're at Story taking down Cheyenne East. They are the new number one team in this quadrant. Cheyenne South coming into this contest, they are 1-2 in the quadrant play. They are 4-10 overall. You look at Thunder Basin, who comes in this contest. Number 3 ranked in Class 4A on the girls' side. They are undefeated in quadrant play at 3-0. And overall, right now, this is Lady Bolt's team that sits at 10-5. And then looking at the rest of the Northeast quadrant, Campbell County behind them, Natrona County, the Lady Phillies, and Sheridan, the Lady Bronx, round out that Northeast quadrant.
And now one thing, too, before I get going, I was saying a last name wrong, and I'm not a big fan of doing that because, these athletes work hard, so I want to make sure I give them their proper due. It is Gabby Drew, but not Drew B. So we'll make sure to get that right for anybody in Gillette that's joining us here on YouTube or Periscope via Twitter. Now for this South team, we're talking about, it's a team that is still trying to find themselves a little bit. They're young, but they're veteran because of the fact that they've had a lot of these juniors that they have, Callista Martinez, Jaya Brown, Raina Tovar, Riley Van Tassel. They've been playing for 3 years. This team does not really have that huge signature win. They beat Central last year. It was a big step, big milestone for this program, but they don't have that signature win against a program that is looked at as a top 3 team, not just in the Class 4A, but a top 3 team across the state of Wyoming. And they have that opportunity here tonight against Thunder Basin.
Yeah, without a doubt, again, where if you want to make a statement win or at least build some sort of confidence as we get, again, that much closer to the region tournament time here in Class 4A here in the state of Wyoming, how about get it done against your defending 4A state champions on the girls' side, Thunder Basin and Lady Bolts in your home gymnasium. Without a doubt, that's going to spark some interest around, but also to build some confidence in Chad DeBryan's squad of saying, hey, we can match up with anyone here in the state. We can match up with anyone in this conference. And also, too, again, can match up with anyone once we get into regional tournament time up there in Gillette.
Well, and anytime you are going to try and put together a special effort where you're able to knock down a big-time opponent, you need your top players to be extra special. Callista Martinez featured today in the Wyoming Tribune as Coach Chad DeBryan called her Miss Double-Double at this point. Had a slow start to her junior campaign, but has really started to come alive. The last couple of weeks had a good game in Laramie to get that first win in the quadrant. But then, too, you need some secondary scoring. Andrea DeMoss has really done a great job, really thrusted into that role of coming off the bench and being that extra spark plug. She actually led that team in scoring with 14 points against Laramie. And then you need Riley Van Tassel to find a way to get their bigs in foul trouble. She's going to need to go right after the likes of Molly Strube, Sydney Solom, the other bigs that they have. Jersey Taylor may even see some time on her as well. So for Riley Van Tassel, and I'll even throw in Reagan Moore on that one as well, they're going to have to find a way to get inside, work the ball inside, because if you can't work the ball inside, you're not going to be able to find an outside shot.
Well, and the key thing as well, too, the last time we saw this South High team, again, playing here at South Gymnasium against that Scottsbluff team where, we talk about how this team has been together. They've been through the battles that, again, they're that year older, year wiser, or at least they should be on paper. But how many mistakes, how many turnovers, how many careless passes did we see by Cheyenne South in that contest against Scottsbluff? That is also, too, the key thing where this is a talented Thunder Basin team that is going to take advantage. They're going to make points off of those turnovers, and before you know it, if you get careless, again, you're going to find yourselves down by double digits early on in this contest.
Well, and here's another thing too, Nick. You got to use the other team's weaknesses to help you out. This Thunder Basin team, I think you have the sheet there, 21% from three-pointer. Pack it in tonight. Make them beat you from behind the arc, and let's see what they can do. See if they can't hit the three ball early and often with there. What we're going to do is take another 2-minute timeout. We'll get you the Thunder Basin starters right after this 2-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE. Inside Fightin Bison Gymnasium. Well, I'll take you through the starters for Coach Brady Lutgen and her Thunder Basin Lady Bolts. Again, the Class 4A reigning state champions in their third year as a school, winning their first state championship. 10-5 overall. They're 3-0 in quadrant play, as this whole week is cross quadrant play. This week and next week is as they're all again on the east side. But they're playing their different quadrants, as Natrona is at East and Sheridan's over at Central tonight.
Yeah, and again, I do believe Campbell County over in Laramie. So again, they'll flip-flop this entire weekend, and then eventually next weekend they will head up to at least Gillette, Sheridan, and Casper to at least play those respective teams. So again, as we start getting into the conference play, and then afterwards, after these past 2 weeks, then we get back to the quadrant play to set up everything before we head into regional tournament time.
Right, and now the starting lineup for the Bolts. Senior guard number 3, Peyton McGrath. Then a senior guard / forward, their leading scorer, number 12, Jersey Taylor. Senior center number 14, Molly Stroop. Junior guard number 21, Gabby Drube. And junior forward number 31, Sydney Solom. I did talk to Coach Lutgen. She did say senior guard Meadow Cooch. She was a starter last year on that state championship game. Coming back from injury, we'll see the floor tonight for the first time this season. They're a team that averages 63 points a game. They shoot 39% from the field, 23 from behind the arc, 60% from the free throw line. One of the better defenses in the state as well, 48.5 points per game, 37% from the field, 27% from three. Nick, this team with their length could pose problems, especially for some of these smaller ball handlers. One of the things they do like to do is they like to have a 2-3 zone, but they'll have like a Molly Strube and another guard like Jersey Taylor, and what they'll do is right as you're getting towards half court, they'll just come and quickly trap you right in the middle, and that's something that South is going to have to watch out for tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. South is going to have their hands full here against this Lady Bolts team. Again, as we stress the fact that, yes, they are defending 4A state champs. They retained a lot of that talent as well, too, a part of this team. And again, they are showcasing it off so far. Again, undefeated up there in their quadrant play. 10-5 overall right now. Again, a team that sits right now on the polls here in Class 4A, number 3, just behind Cheyenne Central, who's your new number 1, and number 2 of Cheyenne East. So again, this is a team that has a lot of talent and is going to at least cause a lot of problems for Chad DeBrian's Lady Fightin Bison here at Cheyenne South.
We'll take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll have the starters for the South High Fightin Bison right after this on 1480 KRAE. We're going to call a quick audible here as both teams have cleared the floor, and they're going to get set with the sportsmanship conduct code, and then they're going to go with the national anthem. So what we'll do is we'll step aside as they go through that, and then when we come back, we'll go through Coach Chad DeBrian's starting lineup right here on 1480 KRAE. Now let's take you through the starting lineup for the South High Lady Fightin Bison coming in at 4-10. They're 1-2 in quadrant play. Coach Chad DeBryan will come out with junior guard. She'll even line up at the forward sometime. Their leading scorer, number 2, Callista Martinez. Other guard, junior number 13, Raina Tovar. Their forward is junior number 22, Riley Van Tassel. Junior guard number 25, McKenna Harlan, and then getting the start tonight, number 31, junior guard Andrea DeMoss. That means Jaya Brown and Angie Leggett will be coming off the bench. We've seen them start, we've seen them come off the bench. So we'll see what kind of flow Coach DeBryan gets with his rotation here tonight.
It's essentially what we're seeing here in town over at LCCC with Coach Ortmeyer with his Lady Golden Eagles of, again, you're trying to find that momentum, that fluidity of that starting five, or at least what is going to work coming off the bench. So again, you're trying to find that magic formula right now, especially with the Lady Fightin Bison coming into this contest. Again, 4-10 overall, 1-2 in quadrant play. So again, is it desperation by changing up? Not so much. It's just trying to find that winning formula, so to speak, of who's going to gel together, at least with the five out there on the floor.
South will be in their home white, gold. There's black on the shoulders. They'll go right to left across your computer, or across your screen or your radio dial. The Thunder Basin Bolts in their home blues, white lumbers. They have blue and gray on the sides, and Bolts will start with the basketball. It is McGrath, skip past Stroop at the line, at the free throw line, puts it in for two, quick 2 points for Thunder Basin off a nice shot by Molly Stroop.
As the Lady Bolts, they've been synonymous with the past couple seasons of just being that quick on offense.
Man defense to start, as Van Tassel does a good job to get Stroop, but Stroop blocks her shot. Van Tassel grabs the rebound. Her second shot is missed, and then it's batted out of play by Gabby Drube. And it will be another opportunity for South to cut into this 2-0 deficit.
As we saw, at least size, height there.
Offensive foul on South. It's going to be Riley Van Tassel, and she cannot afford to get in foul trouble. She's actually calling for a substitution.
Yeah, her first team foul called against Cheyenne South.
Wonder if she got the wind knocked out of her maybe. High post for Strube. She dribbles to the right block, turn around from 6. Nothing but net is Molly Strube. I hate to say that I called it, but I said Molly Strube has the opportunity to have a big night, and we got a quick timeout called by the official for Riley as Leggett will come in for Van Tassel. But back-to-back buckets for Molly Strube.
Yeah, it looks like for Riley, just had the wind knocked out of her, trying to just get a break off the court there very quickly to catch her breath.
Full court pressure. Ball comes in to Tovar for South, handed back to Harlan. Harlan will be met by McGrath at the timeline, left corner. Leggett with the basketball, back up top. Thunder Basin applying pressure way up high against this South offense. Martinez has it at the right elbow, hands it off to DeMoss. DeMoss gets a high screen, then kicks it over to Harlan. She's at the top now. Martinez has it. Backdoor cutting Tovar hit. She can't shoot it over Solomon Strube, so try to go over to Martinez. Martinez pass over the head of DeMoss out of play. It's the first turnover for South.
Good first turnover here early on for Cheyenne South, who trails 4-0 here early on.
Jersey Taylor with the basketball. That left hand taped up. She did that quite a bit last year as well. McGrath has it on the down low. Now pass down low to Strube. She goes, instead of low high or high low, it's low high. First miss. Solemn with the miss. Martinez grabs her first rebound and then throws it away. The second turnover by Martinez, trying to hit a pass to Harlan. It's out of play. It's back to Thunder Basin basketball.
And that's a key factor here. If Cheyenne South wants to win this contest, they got to limit those turnovers. And so far, we got 2 early ones here by the Lady Fightin Bison.
Strube has the basketball at the top of the arc, dribbles once with the right hand, lob pass over in the right corner to Solomon. Solomon gets into the lane, has it taken away. It rolls on the floor, last touch by Thunder Basin. It's their first turnover. Good defense there by South. 4-0 still our score, as we'll see Brady Dimling and Brecken Hamlin come in for Thunder Basin, taking a seat as McGrath and Drube.
As I look at on the clock and whatnot, it looks like the time did not tick down here.
Just 1:29 into the quarter. Martinez is knocked to the floor. Jersey Taylor's going to come up with the steal. His third turnover for South. In the lane, Jersey Taylor will travel. That's the second turnover for Thunder Basin.
Chance for Cheyenne South to finally get points on the board here, hopefully on this offensive possession.
Full court pressure for Thunder Basin. Straight man-to-man full court pressure. Martinez gets the inbound pass. Dribbles with the right hand, has Hamlin playing defense on her. Long pass to Harlan on the wing. DeMoss cuts, puts up the shot. Another block by Strube. She stepped out of play when she made contact with it. It will stay South basketball, but Molly Strube now with 2 blocks. As for Strube, she averages 2 blocks on the season, so already getting both blocks for this game. Inbound comes to Leggett. She's on the block. Kick over to Van Tassel from 15. Too strong off the left iron. Martinez grabs the rebound. Hits it way hard off the glass. Misses the iron. Harlan with another chance for South as they crash the O boards. Down low, Harlan has her pass taken away by Sydney Solom on that inbound, and then a travel call by Thunder Basin. So Solom stole it and then traveled.
So not a crisp start from either team here early on.
7 turnovers already. We've had 10 possessions. 5:56 left here in this second quarter. 4-0 still. Molly Strube, a couple of buckets for Thunder Basin. DeMoss will put up a 3 from the left side. Banks it home for 3.
How about that? A big-time 3 for Cheyenne South's first points here in this contest, now trailing by 1.
Jersey Taylor gets in the lane, backs in Harlan, has it poked away from Leggett. It's on the floor. 3 players converge on the floor. It's a jump ball, and it'll be South basketball, as we'll see Kate Latke check in for the first time for Thunder Basin. Latke, a very familiar name in the town of Gillette. You have Luke Latke, who plays over at Campbell County. You had Riley Latke, who was on the Gatorade Player of the Year last year for Campbell County, now playing volleyball at Metro. Steal by Jersey Taylor. It's going to be an easy steal and 2 for Taylor. She gets on the board for the first time. Her second steal, the 5th turnover for South. 6-3 the score as the pass is batted out of play by Thunder Basin. Tovar will come in for Harlan.
Cheyenne South trying to do a quick inbound, trying to catch Thunder Basin off guard. Didn't work, and almost, again, another turnover there by Cheyenne South, very close.
DeMoss trying to get around Taylor. Instead has to kick it up to Leggett. Lob pass. Martinez straight away 3. High arcing. Hits short off the front iron. Their long rebound comes to Katie Latke. Latke will get it across the timeline with the right-hand dribble. Hand it off to Strube at the free throw line. It is Latke, right corner 3. It's short, and the rebound comes to DeMoss, and Strube will tie it up. It's going to be a jump ball in favor of Thunder Basin as Solom and Strube will come back in for Thunder Basin. It'll be Taylor and Strube that comes out for the Bolts.
A first quarter here early on between these two, again, has not been pretty by both teams.
Latke dribbles with the left hand, handed off to Strube. Skip pass, back up top. Latke fakes the shot, goes over to Hamlin. Hamlin will put up the 3, hits off the right iron. Smallest player on the floor, and Dimeling grabs the rebound. Another opportunity, she'll put up a long 2. It's short off the left iron, and grabbing the rebound was Van Tassel, her second one. Here comes South in transition. Andrea DeMoss was going to be called, or a foul will be drawn by DeMoss. It will be the first foul on Brady Dimeling.
And she'll pick up her first foul. Team's first called against Thunder Basin.
DeMoss will come out. Jaya Brown will come in for the first time. Jaya been in the starting lineup. Now coming off the bench here for Coach Chad DeBryan. Still will play probably significant minutes. Inbound pass comes to Martinez. Martinez picked up high by Hamlin, and Latke may have gotten away with a big bump there. Kick out left corner, 3-ball put up by Leggett. It hits off the front iron. Martinez grabs another offensive rebound, clears some space, throws it high off the glass, grabs her own rebound again, and lays it in for 2. Her first 2 points tonight to go with her 4 rebounds. 6-5 the score in favor of Thunder Basin. There's 4:12 left on our Pepsi scoreboard. In the lane, Drew had it taken away from Angie Leggett, her first steal tonight. Here comes South in transition. Now they'll slow it down. Martinez has it on the right wing. Van Tassel in the lane. Solom playing defense on her back. Van Tassel shot too strong, and the rebound comes down to Drew, her first one. Headman pass to Hamlin. Extra pass over to Dimeling. It's knocked out of play by Jaya Brown, as we'll see Meadow Kuntz come in for the first time this season for Thunder Basin, as well as number 3, Peyton McGrath. Martinez and Leggett take a seat as DeMoss and Moore will check in for South. Inbound pass comes into Kuntz. Kuntz will throw it over to McGrath. McGrath skip pass over to Drube in the corner. It's batted away. DeMoss comes up with a steal and then gives it right back to Thunder Basin as Meadow Kuntz comes up with a steal on the other end.
Again, careless pass is rushing it, and then there's going to be a steal.
DeMoss comes up with a steal. Her shot is blocked by Kuntz, but they're going to call a foul as DeMoss does a great job hustling back after turning the ball over, coming up with a steal of her own, and the foul's going to be called on Kuntz.
Yeah, Kuntz will pick up her first foul. Team second called against Lady Bolts here.
So a chance for South to take their first lead if DeMoss can knock down both. First one on the way is going to be too strong off the left iron, so she will have one more opportunity here to, at the very least, tie the game. On the season, 47% for Andrea DeMoss.
Yeah, that shot a little long and strong. Cheyenne South, again, they have not led in this contest. Looking for at least a tie here.
Second free throw on the way, much better tempo, but off to the right side, and a foul called on Riley Van Tassel. And correction on Solemn.
Yeah,
and Solemn will pick up her first.
Her first team third called against Lady Bolts there, so Cheyenne South will get the possession there on that foul.
Here comes Jersey Taylor and Molly Strube. Lackey and Solemn will come out for Thunder Basin. DeMoss to inbound it. 3:30 left here in the first quarter on the Pepsi scoreboard. DeMoss still trying to inbound it. Goes to Moore. Kick out. Jaya Brown has the basketball. Gets in the lane. Drive kick to Tovar. Extra pass to DeMoss in the corner. There's Tovar for three from the right wing. Hits off the front iron. Van Tassel grabs the offensive rebound and rolls it in for two. It's the first lead for South tonight at the 3:10 mark of the first quarter, 7-6. Taylor, left-hand dribble. Nice jump step. Left-hand finish. Beautifully done by Jersey Taylor.
Yeah, she had an easy route on the inside. Defense fell asleep there for Cheyenne South.
Taylor now playing defense on Brown. A couple of 12s going after it. Jaya Brown dribbles between her legs. Now will slow it down and will set up her offense. Brown dribbles with the right hand, throws it away. 7th turnover already for South, as we'll see Harlan Martinez and Leggett come in. For Thunder Basin, we'll see Marissa Chatfield in for the first time, as well as Brooke Conklin for the first time.
As you mentioned, 17 fouls so far for the Lady Fightin Bison. Again, the
turnovers.
Yeah, at least turnovers for Cheyenne South here early on in this first quarter. The saving grace so far is that Basin has not cashed in a lot of those opportunities. Again, hold the only one.
Martinez comes up with the steal on the pass, goes to the hoop, at it blocked out of play by Marissa Chatfield, but South will regain possession underneath the basket.
A chance here for the Lady Fightin Bison to, again, regain the lead once again here.
Leggett underneath, trying to find someone to pop open, still trying to find someone, and Martinez will catch it at the top. Now Van Tassel has it outside the paint, dribbles with the right hand, kick out pass to Brown. Brown fakes the three, dribbles between her legs, will slow it down, step back, and reset. Dribbles to the right wing, dribbles with the left hand, may have gotten away with, nope, didn't now. That's a travel on Jaya Brown, the 8th turnover for Cheyenne South.
But as I mentioned again, the saving grace so far for Cheyenne South is, again, with the amount of turnovers, though, Thunder Basin has not been able to cash in.
With the basketball, it's Conklin high on the left side, dribbles it to the middle, it goes in the corner to Chatfield. Chatfield will pull from three. That's in and out, no good. And Martinez grabs her 5th rebound. Tries to cross over Chatfield. Chatfield with the steal. Right hand finish for two. The lead's up to 3, 10-7 the score.
A careless play once again by Cheyenne South.
I think for Martinez, that's her 4th turnover here in this quarter. Martinez working on Chatfield, got away with the push-off, as Chatfield doing a great job playing full-court defense, and then a body foul, be a block foul on Brooke Conklin.
Conklin will pick up her first foul. That'll be team's 4th called against Lady Bolts.
Here comes Solemn. Coming out of the game will be Gabby Drube. Solemn will be on that low block guarding Callista Martinez. Leggett looking for someone to pop out to her. Harlan does so, gets it back to Leggett. Martinez in the right corner. Van Tassel on the block, working on Strube. High off the glass, misses the shot. Harlan grabs the offensive rebound. She can't finish, and Jersey Taylor will grab her first rebound tonight. Long pass to Solemn on the block, taken away by Callista Martinez. Both teams with turnover happy here in this first quarter. Jaya Brown pushing the tempo. Will now slow it down. Strube hits the floor. Brown still with their dribble. Gets in the lane. Kick out. Leggett extra pass. Harlan for three on the left side. Too strong on the back iron. Jaya Brown with the extra opportunity on the rebound. Leggett has it on the left wing. Up top, Harlan working on Jersey Taylor. Will come over to her guard. Brown. It's right wing Martinez. Solemn not giving her a lot of space on defense. Solemn down low. Leggett open off there. Nice pass. Bacon shot for two by Angie Leggett. And for Martinez, her first assist.
And smart move by Leggett on that play, not dribbling that basketball, just going straight at the hoop.
With the basketball, it's Conklin. Dribble handoff to Taylor. Now down low. Solom, nice move. Right hand too strong. The rebound comes to Chatfield, and a foul called on Martinez as she went to try to slap it out of the hand of Chatfield.
As for Martinez, that'll be her first foul. That's going to be team second called against Cheyenne South here in this quarter.
32.4 seconds left. 10-9 Thunder Basin with the lead. Tovar, DeMoss will come in. Martinez and Harlan will come out. We'll see the guard combo of Daimling and Hamlin check back in for Thunder Basin. Inbound from Chatfield will come to Daimling in the corner. Daimling with left-hand dribble will kick it out to Hamlin. Now down low, Strube with the basketball. Has to go to the floor. Luckily for her, she's able to find Daimling. Chatfield fakes the shot back at the top against this 2-3 zone. Strube will throw it up from three and knock it down. That is 7 first quarter points for Molly Strube.
Again, a crushing three-pointer there by the Lady Bolts.
Brown into the lane, 7 seconds left. Tovar, left corner three. Hits off the front iron, grabbing the rebound is Brown. Puts that up with the right hand too strong. DeMoss tried to throw it up before the horn and wasn't able to do so. 13-9, our score after 1 quarter of play. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here at 1480 KRAE. Quarter of play here at Fightin Bison's gymnasium. The Lady Fightin Bison down 13-9. A very ugly first quarter when it comes to taking care of the basketball. A total of 16 turnovers in that first quarter.
It was bowling shoe ugly for both teams, for Thunder Basin and Cheyenne South. And for the Lady Fightin Bison, again, a fortunate at least 4-point deficit where, again, if this Thunder Basin team was firing on all cylinders, it could have been a lot worse.
1-3-1 pressure now for Thunder Basin as South will start with the basketball. Harlan, Martinez, Fantassel, Tovar, and DeMoss out on the floor. For Thunder Basin, it is Strube, Chatfield, Hamlin, McGrath, and Solomon and McKenna Harlan traveled. The 10th turnover for South on that first offensive possession. Still 13-9. South has not had the lead in this, or they have had one lead. They have had a 1-point lead. This is the largest lead, though, for Thunder Basin at 4. It's been 2 different times, 4-0, and right now at 13-9. Molly Strube, 7 points in that first quarter. Martinez swipes it away for her 4th steal. Here comes Martinez looking to go coast to coast. Nice move, gets in the lane, misses her shot. Van Tessel grabs the offensive rebound and puts it in for 2. 13-11 the score. As I was saying, Strube with 7 first quarter points, averaging just under 7.5 a game. Harlan not able to come up with a steal. DeMoss trying to save it underneath her own basket. Stepped out of play. It'll be Thunder Basin basketball as we'll see Kate Lapke and Meadow Kuntz come in for Thunder Basin.
Going back to that offensive play there by Cheyenne South. Good vision and awareness and placement by Riley.
Kuntz for 3 in the left corner. Too strong. Chatfield grabs the long rebound. And Thunder Basin with another opportunity. Strube down low. Solom in the left block. Puts up the right-hand shot. Too strong off the left iron. Martinez grabs her 6th rebound. And then almost threw it away to Harlan. DeMoss faces up. Nobody in front of her. She'll go to the lane and fouled on the way up.
Yeah, she was hacked on the way up.
No, they called an offensive foul on Riley Van Tassel.
Wow, that's an interesting call there. Riley will pick up her 2nd foul. And that will be the team's at least 3rd here called in this first half. 2
officials blew the whistle. I think the one that called the offensive foul overruled what was initially going to be a contact foul on either Strube or Kuntz. So a call that does not go South's way. Thunder Basin has the basketball. 6:35 on our Pepsi scoreboard. 13-11. The Bolts with the lead. Strube on that left block. Misses her shot there to clean up the mess, though, is Sydney Solom for her first 2 points tonight. Lead back up to 4. DeMoss with the basketball. Solom will pick her up at half court, or at full court. DeMoss gets around her with the right-hand dribble, goes to Harlan in the corner. Martinez has it back. Reverse court, Tovar, now poked away by Meadow Kuntz. Kuntz, a very much an energy player for this Coach Lutkin Lady Bolts team as she brings the pressure on defense as Martinez will be fouled by Kate Latke.
Lackey will pick up her first foul. That'll be team's 5th called against Thunder Basin here in this first half.
Reagan Moore and Angie Leggett will come in. Tovar and Van Tassel will take a seat for South. 6:06 left here in the second quarter. 15-11. Thunder Basin with the lead. Their 3rd lead of 4 points. Martinez has it in the corner. Down low, Moore, one dribble, puts it up, makes it in for 2. Great job and fine by Callista Martinez, and then great finish by Reagan Moore.
Good to see that Cheyenne South kind of establishing some presence in the inside here.
Lackey has it, goes in the corner. Chatfield driving baseline, driving dish is taken away by South. Moore's the one that comes up with it. The 9th turnover for Thunder Basin. DeMoss, left hand, finish off the glass. It's tied up at 15.
As the Lady Fightin Bison right now putting out their best effort here in the second quarter.
Strube in the lane, contact, travel called on Molly Strube. Both teams now with 10 turnovers as Taylor and Gabby Drew will come in for Thunder Basin.
For Thunder Basin, Lady Bolton, we have a timeout called by Chad DeBryan.
It's a full timeout. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here as well on 1480 KRAE. Thunder Basin will come out now in a 1-3-1, and actually they may be coming where Jersey Taylor and Drew will come and rush the ball handler. They do, but good job by Martinez to recognize it. Leggett dribbling with the right hand, goes to DeMoss, puts it up from 10, knocks it in from that left iron. She's got a game high, or team high 7. It's a 2-point lead. Quickly on the other side, Solom misses the shot, and Reagan Moore grabs the rebound as she reaches everybody. Martinez gets it across the timeline. 2-point lead. Their second lead for the Fightin Bison here in this quarter. Martinez working on Hamlin. Throws it too high off the glass and off the front iron. Grabbing the rebound is Droop. Here comes Thunder Basin in transition. Droop stops at the right block. The shot hits hard off the right black iron. And then Martinez grabs the rebound. Is going to be fouled by Jersey Taylor.
As Taylor will pick up her first foul. That's going to be the team's 6th foul called against Thunder Basin here. And as what we're seeing right now between this Lady Bolts team, not playing like the number 3 ranked team in Class 4A right now here at Cheyenne South.
Van Tassel will come in for Martinez, who took a hard crash to the floor. Callista Martinez with only 2 points, but 7 rebounds, 2 assists, and 4 steals. Inbound pass is going to be handled by Harlan. Harlan goes to the paint, jump stops, headed taken away. Now it's going to be tied up, and it's going to be Thunder Basin basketball.
So a missed opportunity there by Lady Fightin Bison.
And it looks like Thunder Basin South will come back and set up in a half-court defense. With the basketball, it's Brecken Hamlin, a junior guard for the Lady Bolts. Fakes to the right, now looking for someone to pop over to the left. Instead, will come back to the right to Droop. Jersey Taylor has it on the right wing, back up top. Hamlin with the basketball. South packing it in. 3-ball put up by Droop. Knocks it home by Gabby Droop. Her first 3-ball hit, the second one of the game. It's a 18-17 lead for Thunder Basin. DeMoss works on Hamlin. Dribbles with the left hand, slows it down, calls out the play. Now gets with the left hand, goes to the left wing, hands it over to Harlan in the paint. Kick out pass will come to Leggett after the tip. Leggett will throw it up top to DeMoss. Gets it over the hand barely of Drew. Down low. Nice defense by Solom, who was able to bat the pass away. 11th turnover. Jersey Taylor across the timeline, misses the shot. Solom grabs the offensive rebound. She's got 4 points to go with those 2 offensive rebounds. It's a 3-point lead quickly for Thunder Basin.
As the Lady Bolts kind of a little errant on their shots, rushing their shots. Same with Cheyenne South.
Leggett will get it across the timeline, working on Drew, then taken away by Jersey Taylor. Her 3rd steal. Taylor with the right hand, hits off the left iron. Leggett grabs the rebound for South. If Jersey goes with the left hand, it's probably an easier finish. Van Tassel has it, gets in the lane, puts it up from 10, too strong. The rebound comes down to Latke. Latke across the timeline quickly to Hamlin. Hamlin loses control, and then a bailout foul, which it was a foul by Angie Leggett. Leggett a little too much contact as Hamlin was trying to pass it back to Gabby Drew, who gave her the basketball.
As Leggett will pick up her first foul, that'll be team's 4th called against Cheyenne South.
Tovar, Martinez, and Brown as Van Tassel, Leggett, and Harlan will come out. Drube, McGrath, and Daimling will come in. It's Latke, Solom, and Hamlin that come out for Thunder Basin. Inbound pass is taken away by Rainia Tovar, who's able to keep it in play. Tovar kick out. DeMoss is knocked down by Molly Strube, and that will be her first in the 1-on-1 coming.
As that will be the 17th foul called against Thunder Basin here in this half. Bonus time for Cheyenne South here to at least end out this first half, which, again, 2:58 remaining in this half.
Well, one thing for Coach Chad DeBrine is he's making this Thunder Basin team play their style, which their style is a very scrappy style, and Thunder Basin is definitely not playing like their usual clean self as DeMoss knocks in the first one. 2018, 2:58 left here in the second quarter on the Pepsi scoreboard. DeMoss one more coming.
It's plain and simple for Thunder Basin. They're kind of playing down to their opponent here at Cheyenne South.
DeMoss misses the second one, and Martinez grabs her, or will pick up her second foul, reaching over the back of Gabby Drew.
Her second, that will be team's 5th called against Lady Fightin Bison.
Not good for Coach Chad DeBrine. Can't really contest with one of your best players with 2 fouls. That's now Van Tassel and Martinez, both with 2 fouls.
Again, Van Tassel, who picked up at least the one quick early one in the first quarter. And again, Martinez now picking up that second foul.
Jersey with the basketball, backs down Tovar, throws it in with the right hand, lays it in for 2. She's got 6. The lead is back up to 4. DeMoss quickly down the timeline, gets into the paint, puts up the shot, blocked again by Strube. DeMoss is able to grab her own shot block. Leggett in the lane, puts up the right hand. Her shot is blocked by Gabby Drew, but the length is causing problems inside now for South, but a pass that was meant for Molly Strube goes out of play. It's the 12th turnover. So both teams have 12 turnovers here in this first half.
As you mentioned, again, Thunder Basin coming into this contest has a clear height advantage over Cheyenne South. They're using that at least to deny inside looks for the Lady Fightin Bison, and they're doing it pretty well so far.
Got to start jumping into the shot blockers if you're South when you get into the lane. Draw some contact, see if you can't get the call. 2:12 left here in this second quarter. Still 22-18, Thunder Basin with the lead, as now South is going to stretch them out and make them guard the entirety of the half-court set. Maybe even try to waste some clock here. DeMoss picks up her dribble. It's taken away by Strube, and then DeMoss will pick up the foul as they were trying to waste the clock. Now that's a good strategy, but you've got to be crisp with it and get rid of the basketball, because once they get you in the double team, oh gosh, their height, it's going to make it really tough to get around the height.
That foul calling against at least DeMoss. She'll pick up her first, team 6 called against Cheyenne South here.
Across the timeline comes Daimling in the corner now. Strube, 3 players converge. She hits the floor, then hands it off to Taylor. Puts up the right hand, shot and one! Jersey Taylor finishes through the contact. She's got 8 second quarter points.
And that foul is going to go against Jaya Brown, so she will pick up her first foul. Team 7th against Cheyenne South, so bonus time now for Thunder Basin.
68% on the season, and from the free throw line is Jersey Taylor. She's going for 3 the hard way, and it rattles home. She's got a game-high 9. It's a game-high 7-point lead now for Thunder Basin with 1:45 left. Jaya Brown for South with the basketball, gets it into the front court, dribbles with the right hand, now double team, will come back up top, and now loses her dribble. Luckily for her, it was knocked out of her hand, and then Coach Chad DeBrine seeing kind of the chaos, we'll call a timeout. It's going to be a 30. We'll take a quick one as well right here on 1480 KRAE. .518 with 132 left in this second quarter. South has the basketball. They're down 7, their largest deficit, as Jaya Brown almost had it taken away from her. Tovar with the basketball as she gets the pass from Jaya. Now trapped in the double team, step throughs it, goes to Moore. Moore backing down her defender, misses the shot. Harlan grabs the offensive rebound, rattles it home for 2. That stops the 10-0 run by Thunder Basin, or 9-0 run by Thunder Basin. With the basketball, it's Drew for 3, and she knocks it home. So a team that shoots just 23% on the season, shooting well over 30%, as that's their third three-pointer hit.
And again, that's a big three-pointer that now makes it an 8-point advantage.
Harlan has it in the corner up top. Tovar into the free throw line to Leggett. Brown, she'll put up a right wing three. It's going to be an air ball. Last touch by Jersey Taylor with 44.5 seconds left. The 8-point lead, largest of the evening for Thunder Basin, the Class 4A reigning state champions. Inbound pass comes to Tovar. Tovar bounce pass to Jaya. Jaya gets into the lane, goes with the right hand, blocked again by Strube, her 4th one. Skip pass over to Taylor, has it go off her feet, she's able to come up with it, and then knocked to the ground by McKenna Harlan, and Jersey Taylor will go to shoot 1-1.
As Harlan will pick up that foul. It'll be her first, team's 8th, called against Cheyenne South here.
Taylor 1 for 1 already at the line, connected after an and one opportunity. Taylor misses as it goes in and out. Moore hustles down the rebound. Her 3rd one. Jaya will get it across the timeline. 25 seconds left here in this second quarter. Directing traffic with the right-hand dribble. Has Hamlin way up high on her. Make that Dimling high on her. And then a skip pass is stolen by McGrath. Here comes Thunder Basin. Dimling over to Droob. Left-hand finish for Gabby Droob after some nice ball movement in the fast break. Here comes Tovar. 1 second left. Throws it away. And they're going to let the horn run down. Halftime here at Fightin Bison Gymnasium. A 10-point lead for Thunder Basin, the largest here, 30-20, as we take a 2-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. The break Fightin Bison, or to Fightin Bison Gymnasium. It's the Lady Fightin Bison down 30-20 to the Thunder Basin Lady Bolts. They kept it close in the moments there in that second quarter. I had a couple of leads as well, but unfortunately we started to see the length really play a huge role.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, for Cheyenne South, they were competitive up until that at least previous 2 minutes that we just saw there of that second quarter, where Thunder Basin pretty much turned on the afterburners, or at least started to play like the Lady Bolts team that folks are kind of accustomed to throughout this season. So again, it took this Thunder Basin team a little bit to get going, but now they have a double-digit lead here at half over Cheyenne South. And right now that is spelling a little bit of trouble for Cheyenne South and Lady Fightin Bison, where, again, those turnovers that you got away with early on in this contest, now this Lady Bolts team is going to cash in. They're going to start making you pay for it. They're going to cash those in and put points on, where right now, again, South can't afford it. They need to, A, clean up the turnovers, make smart passes out there, and also, too, again, as we've said, plenty of time for the Cheyenne South team. They got to settle down on the inside, stop rushing those shots.
Well, and it was the last 2.5 minutes that really hurt South. It was a 14-2 run for Thunder Basin to end that second quarter, and that hurt them a little bit. But for Coach Chad DeBryan, you know, you turn the ball over 15 times against the number 3 team in Class 4A, and you're only down 10 points. I'd say, you know, for Coach Chad DeBryan, you may take that because you're at least in the game to this point.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, for Cheyenne South, right now, you got to feel some confidence. Again, the 10-point deficit right now could be a lot worse to this Lady Bolts team. Again, as we allude to, of where if they played like they did previous 2 minutes, at least there in that second quarter, we could be having a different ball game here altogether. But again, you've been competitive. If you're Chad DeBryan, you tell your Lady Fightin Bison you were competitive. You competed against a very tough team, a defending 4A state champion team on your home court, without a doubt. You kind of build off of some of that confidence, but just basically say, hey, we gotta calm down out there. And it's something, a point that you mentioned as well too, and with that height, be aggressive on those drives on the inside. See if you
draw
can
contact.
draw
into contact.
Yeah.
The worst thing that's going to happen is one of two things are going to happen. It's a no call, your shot's blocked, which has already been blocked. You're going to be called for a charge, or you're going to draw a foul on them. Now, most times with the shot blocker, they're not worried about their feet. They're worried about the ball. So their feet are always moving when they're trying to block shots. So jump in the contacts, make the officials make some type of call, and at least do, at the very best, get yourself to the line. They only shot, for a team that likes to block shots, you should be able to get to the free throw line a lot. But they've only been 3 times, and that Andrea DeMoss was 1 for 3 at the line during that first half. We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll have the stats for this first 2 quarters here from Fightin Bison Gymnasium right here on 1480 KRAE. Back inside Fightin Bison Gymnasium, now joined alongside head coach of the Fightin Bison, Jeff Bailey. Coach, coming off, we're able to get off the hump there a little bit and get that win against Douglas. Cameron Bird got loose. You're a team that where Cameron Bird, you're going to kind of go as he goes, so to say, and he definitely went against Douglas.
I think so, but it was nice to see we had 8 guys scoring in that game, and anytime we get contributions from multiple guys, I think that also kind of frees up Cameron a little bit, and he's able to do the things that he's good at. But I was most impressed with our defense in that game, and if we play defense well and if we're turning guys over, we tend to play well and we tend to win. So hopefully we can keep that going.
When we look at this Thunder Basin team, you got a team that shoots twice as many three-pointers as they do inside the arc. How important will it be to make sure you're getting one and done? So if they do have an off shooting night, you're not giving them extra opportunities too.
Well, we've worked on it all practice. We certainly know what we have to do. It's easier, obviously, against a scout team than the real team, but we know we've got to extend our defense a little bit more than usual and try and block out and get rebounds, and if we can do that and keep the score down, I think we can keep the game competitive.
This could be one of those nights too where not having an overly big man can come in your favor, because 1 through 5 you're very athletic, and tonight with this team that probably going to be running a lot of 5 out, I would assume, with Blaine Allen being their tallest, biggest player. How nice is that as far as a matchup goes, where you're a little bit more athletic?
Yeah, it suits us a little bit. We've been outmatched a lot this year when, we played the bigger teams and had to guard guys down low. And, even when they're getting into the paint, what they're really trying to do is make the extra pass to the perimeter. So we'll work on really, like I said, extending our defense, trying to make it uncomfortable with them, out on the perimeter, and that's all we can really do.
And then lastly, as far as offense goes, you got to make sure you're not overly worried about matching a 3 with the 3. How important will it be you guys stay disciplined and even stretch out maybe some of possessions and have those 25, 30-second possessions with ball movement?
Absolutely. Well, we stressed patience really all week in practice, and I thought we did a good job even against Douglas of getting quality shots and being a little bit more patient on the offensive end. So that's certainly going to be important tonight. Obviously, it's to our advantage if the score is a little bit lower than what Thunder Basin is accustomed to scoring. So that will certainly be our focus.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks for the time. We appreciate it. We'll take a 30-second timeout, come back with the stats, and then start of the second half right here on 1480 KRAE. Look at those first half point totals. Jersey Taylor led the way of all scorers, had 9 points. Gabby Drube had 8, 7 points for Molly Stroop, 4 for Sydney Solom, 2 for Marissa Chatfield. For South, they were led by Andrea DeMoss, 8 points for her, 4 for Van Tassel, 2 apiece for Moore, Leggett, and Callista Martinez. As Thunder Basin will come out in their starting 5, they'll have a Sydney Solom, Gabby Drew, Molly Strube, Jersey Taylor, and Peyton McGrath. South will have Harlan, Van Tassel, Tovar, DeMoss, and Martinez. It looks like South will start with the basketball, going now left to right across your screen and radio dial.
Again, as they trail by 10 points here to Thunder Basin, and this is a crucial, at least, start of the second half right here.
Harlan gets in the lane, kick out to Moss, doesn't take the open 3, instead goes to Tovar on the wing. Martinez in the right side, put up the 3, it's an air ball. The rebound will come down, out of play. Last touch by Thunder Basin, though. It'll be South basketball underneath the hoop.
And Cheyenne South, that was competitive, had a lead, a couple leads here in this contest. Can match up with the Thunder Basin team so far here tonight.
Just going to have to take care of the basketball. 15 turnovers in that first half won't do it. Martinez misses a shot to the right side. Van Tassel grabs the offensive rebound, puts it up from 10 on the right side, and knocks it home. She's got 6, and it's a big first bucket. 30 seconds into this third quarter.
And that's a start that you want to see if you're Coach Chad DeBryan right there. By your big, by Van Tassel.
With the basketball, Droop spins around, gets into the lane. Now kick out to Taylor. Taylor jump step over to Solom on the left block. Traveled. That's the 13th turnover for Thunder Basin. What's funny is we talked to Coach Bailey, and he talks about how, a game that's a lower scoring game is in their favor. You can say the same exact thing for Coach Chad DeBryan and this Fightin Bison basketball team. DeMoss with the basketball as she gets the inbound from Harlan, gets into the front court to Martinez, faces up, will now take on Solom, gets into the lane, stops with the right foot, now goes to Tovar at the top. Bounce pass to nobody. It's going to be a steal by Peyton McGrath, her first steal tonight. It's the 16th turnover as Thunder Basin almost walked again was Molly Strube. Now Martinez with the help is going to cause a jump ball, be Lady Bolt basketball as Leggett will come in for Raina Tovar.
So substitution early on by Chad DeBryan here.
6:51 left in this third quarter, 30-22. South the only team to score here in the quarter thus far. Taylor open, left wing three. Rattles in and out. Leggett grabs the rebound. Nice one and done right there for South on defensive end. Martinez.
That was a hold your breath moment three right there as they wanted to fall.
Martinez gets the high screen. Now double team. Nobody lets her know. Taylor comes up with a steal and misses the lay-in. Harlan grabs a rebound. Good hustle by Callista Martinez to distract the rebound or the shot attempt. And then Strube's going to be called for the block as this time DeMoss jumps into the contact and she'll go to the line to shoot two.
Yeah, Strube will pick up her second foul. Team's first called against Thunder Basin here in the second half. And for Cheyenne South and Chad DeBryan, again, a fortunate, lucky play right there, or at least a lucky miss by Thunder Basin on that breakaway.
DeMoss will put up the first one, and that one's good. She is 2 for 5 at the line. She's got a team high and matches a game high with Jersey Taylor, 9 points. A 30-23 deficit now for South with one more free throw coming. DeMoss, second one on the way. It's going to be in and out and off the right iron. The rebound will come down to a jump ball between Van Tassel and Strube. It's going to be South High basketball.
Smart play there by Van Tassel on that one. Cheyenne South again, another shot here on the offensive zone.
Starting off with extra opportunities here in this third quarter. Inbound pass is almost taken away by Jersey as Harlan will have to kick it out to DeMoss. At the free throw line, Van Tassel got away with the walk, goes up with a shot. It's a foul on Molly Strube, who picks up
it'll be
her second two quick fouls here.
Yeah, it'll be her third foul called.
Yeah,
her third foul, team second called against Lady Bolts here.
And that's big. She had 7 points in that first half, and now with 3 fouls, and Van Tassel at the line shooting 2.
You wonder with that, at least third foul there, what Coach Lutkin will do.
Swish by Van Tassel on the first one. She'll have one more coming.
And it looks like that decision has been made as Strube will take a seat.
Chatfield will come in. Actually, it's Ladke comes in. Chatfield will come in for Solom. Van Tassel, 45% from the free throw line on the season. Again, knocked down her first. Chance to hit another. High arcing. Hits in through the front iron. How about a 5-0 run to start for South in the quarter? They cut the 10-point deficit down to 5. 6:05 left. Taylor is called, or Taylor's going to draw the foul. She'll go to the, they're going to say it was on the floor, and the foul's on Harlan, her second.
Yeah, it'll be her second foul. Team's first called against Lady Fightin Bison here.
Taylor has it at the free throw line. One dribble, hands it off to Drew. Banks shot, too strong. Van Tassel grabs the rebound and then throws it to McGrath. Blocked, though, by Martinez. And with the loose ball is Taylor. 3-ball put up by Chatfield. Air ball off the hands of Drubin, out of play. Another bullet dodge by South as Van Tassel did a great job to get the loose ball, but then threw it away.
Another slow start here out of the gates for Thunder Basin, where Cheyenne South has taken advantage.
DeMoss gets the inbound, fakes it over to Leggett, now dribbles with the left hand on that far side, gets it to the front court, hands it off to Leggett at this point, and now it's at the horn of the Bison for Callista Martinez. Martinez dribbles with the right hand. Contact foul. As the fouls are starting to rack up here early in this quarter, it'll be the second foul called on Kate Latke.
Yeah, Latke will pick up her second foul. That will be team's third called against Lady Bolts.
Played 2 minutes and 23 seconds, already 4 fouls called. Harlan has it on the left wing, looks for Van Tassel. Down low instead, dribbles twice, picks it up. McGrath doing a great job. Nice backdoor cutting DeMoss. Big shot, too strong though, and the rebound's going to be saved by Leggett, but she stepped out of play. So good job by DeMoss on that cut, just couldn't finish over the shot block attempt of Latke.
I mentioned the start of the second half for Cheyenne South, how critical it is so far for the Lady Fighting Bison. They've shown that they're aggressor, at least being the aggressor here early on.
All 5 points in the quarter scored by South. Drew will put it up for 3, hits off the right iron. McGrath grabs the long rebound, another opportunity. Taylor in the paint working on the shorter. Harlan will put it in for 2 and 1.
That'll end that 5-0 run by Cheyenne South with that basket. And the foul is going to be called against Harlan, so she'll pick up her third. And that'll be team second against Cheyenne South.
For Jersey Taylor, she also ends the 2-minute and 57 second scoring drought here in this third quarter, as we'll see Tovar come in for Harlan. With 1 free throw coming for Jersey, she's 1 for 2 on the night. She does have a game-high 11 points. Free throw on the way, hits off the left iron. Grabbing the rebound is DeMoss, who hustles around Latke. Leggett across the timeline in the front court, goes over to DeMoss in the right wing. Double team, kick out pass over to Martinez, dribbles once with the right hand, a 1-3-1 here for Thunder Basin. Martinez throws up the wild shot and banks it in for 2. She's got 4, the lead is back to 5. Chatfield, nobody picks her up and she banks it in for 2 and 1. Oh my goodness. Talk about a miscommunication, as Chatfield was waiting to pass, but nobody ever picked her up.
That foul is going to be called against, it looks like that one against DeMoss. She'll pick up her second foul, team's third against Cheyenne South. And again, all 5 Lady Fighting Bison fell asleep there without a doubt on that defensive play.
Chatfield on the season, 64%, 9 of 14, make it 9 of 15 as she misses it. Van Tassel will grab her 6th rebound. DeMoss will slow it down. Martinez on the right wing, driving baseline, puts it up from 5, hits off the right iron, and Chatfield grabs the rebound, a 1 and done, and a 2-on-1, but then Taylor lost the handle, has to slow it down. With the basketball, Hamlin on the right wing, tries to go down low to Solom. It's over her head. It's the 14th turnover for the Lady Bolts. 34-27, 7-point lead for Thunder Basin. It started the quarter at 10. South got it as low as 5. But at the 4:15 mark, still down 7. DeMoss with the basketball. Double team. Chatfield and Hamlin, and a hand check foul called on Chatfield, who didn't like the call. She kind of smiled about it. A score over at the Fieldhouse. Central High School up 11-8 over Sheridan. That's in the first quarter. Tovar, long 2-pointer, is an air ball. Leggett able to grab the rebound and throw it over to Van Tassel. Van Tassel in the paint on the right block. Turnaround shot, rolls in. Van Tassel, she's got 6 in the quarter. Here comes Thunder Basin quickly down the other way. Into the lane, Chatfield. A block called on Van Tassel, and that's her third. A big third foul called on Van Tassel, who thought she was signed. Feet were planted long enough for a charge. You can hear the fans to my right also wanting that same call.
Yeah, at least South High faithful here in attendance not too happy with that, where Riley will pick up her third foul. That'll be team's 4th called against Cheyenne South. As we mentioned earlier, at least with Chatfield, she'll pick up her first foul. That was team's 4th against the Lady Bolts.
Chatfield knocks in her first. Molly Strube will come back in. Harlan will come in for South. Meadow Kuntz will come in for the shooter. So if Chatfield knocks this in, she will come in.
A 6-point advantage right now for Thunder Basin, and the largest that they've had this evening was up at 10.
3:52 on the Pepsi scoreboard. Chatfield rocks in both, and here comes Kuntz into the game. Again, Meadow Kuntz, her first game of the season, the starting guard on that last year's state championship team, had gotten herself injured, but playing in her first game tonight. DeMoss, double team, goes over to Martinez, was cutting, but Martinez didn't find her. Into the lane goes Martinez, banks it off the glass for 2. Lead back to 5. 3:40 left in the quarter. Errant pass, and it's going to be last touch by Thunder Basin. Their 15th turnover. And at the 3:36 mark, South has a chance to make it a 1-possession game. Coach Chad DeBryan before that will call a 1-minute timeout. We'll take one as well right here on 1480 KRAE. Over at the Thunderdome, Kai Buell came to play. 20 points in the first quarter. East with the 28-11 lead over the Phillies from Natrona County. That's going to be probably a game that they're going to get a lot of frustration out of after the loss to Central. As we're here at South, 36-31, 3:30 left here in this third quarter. Jaya Brown, who just checked in with the basketball, as they're going to go with a little bit of a smaller lineup. Van Tassel and Moore both on the bench. They're big forwards. It's going to be Hamlin with the bat out pass. They'll say South basketball in front of their bench. Thunder Basin will have Daimling, Taylor, Solom, Strube, and Kuntz out on the floor. It's a 5-point game. It's been as many as 10. As a nice drive and pass to Leggett, who was cutting to the hoop, and Martinez picks up her third assist, and a 30-second call timeout called by Coach Lutkin. We'll keep it here as Nick, I'll tell you what, you wanted to know how they were going to be in that first 4-minute window for South, and I'll tell you what, despite the fact that Thunder Basin keeps punching them, South keeps punching back. Yeah,
again, Cheyenne South, Lady Fightin Bison, again, they're not looking at that number 3 in front of that Thunder Basin name. They're not looking at that 10-5 overall record. Cheyenne South is here to play without a doubt. Again, they're taking advantage. Now with the Lady Bolts, this is not a Bolts team that probably a lot of folks around the state are accustomed to. This is a team that should be playing a little bit better, but Cheyenne South, though, for the Lady Fightin Bison, they're taking advantage of it. They're only down by 3 here in this contest. Do want to mention as well, too, you mentioned with East and Natrona County, that happening over at the Thunderdome right now at the Fieldhouse. As we'll talk about that more upcoming. Central is hosting Sheridan tonight.
Kuntz with the basketball after the Coach Lutkin timeout. 36-33, Thunder Basin with the lead with 3:05 left in the third quarter. Martinez knocks the pass out of play for Strube over towards where the band for South is at the 3:03 mark now in this third quarter. As you said, Nick, 10-point lead now dropped all the way to 3.
And just chip away, and this is another big stop that the Lady Fightin Bison need here.
Inbound pass from Taylor comes to Strube at the top. Dribbles once, then throws it over to Taylor, who has to run it down with that left hand. Now in the lane, puts up the shot. Big shot goes home for Jersey Taylor. She's got 13 after a tough take. Lead back up to 5.
Yeah, a little collision on the inside there.
J.O. with the basketball, dribble handoff to Martinez. Martinez is going to be fouled by Solom. Reaching with that right hand across the body will usually get you a foul called.
For Solom, at least on that side, that will be her second foul. Team's 5th called against Thunder Basin here early on in the second half.
Inbound pass is stolen away by Molly Strube. A bad inbound is going to lead to Thunder Basin possession and a chance to extend on this lead. Solom into the lane. On the floor go 3 South players. Taylor's able to come up with it, and they're going to be a foul call instead of a jump ball, and the foul's going to be on Andrea DeMoss.
For DeMoss, that one's going to be her 3rd foul. Team's 5th called against Cheyenne South. As again, at least South High faithful not happy with that.
Inbound pass comes to Daimling. Dribbles once with the left hand, crossover. Now it's Solom at the free throw line. One dribble into the lane, right hand rolls home for Solom. She's got 6. The lead is up to 7. Back-to-back buckets for Thunder Basin after that Coach Lutkin timeout. And Martinez has it slip right through the hands, into the hands of Strube with her 3rd steal, 19th turnover. 3-ball put up by Daimling. Short, she grabs her own rebound. Martinez tried to come up with the steal, but it's going to stay Thunder Basin basketball.
So for majority of this third quarter, Cheyenne South has been chipping away at that 10-point lead, and just like that, Thunder Basin is now back up by 7 here. Again, chance to extend out the lead here.
Moore and Van Tassel will come in for South. Leggett and Dimas will come out for the Lady Fightin Bison. Taylor with the basketball for Thunder Basin. Lob pass, Strube on the elbow. Kick over to Solom, who reaches over Edwin to grab it, then kicks it out to McGrath, who rolls it home for 3. Another 3-ball, a 4th one hit. The lead is quickly back up to 10. It's a 6-0 run, or a 7-0 run for Thunder Basin. Martinez across the timeline, dribbles with the right hand, high screen from Van Tassel. Players go to the floor, no whistle, good no calls there as Moore has it on the block, then traveled as she tried to work on Reagan Moore. It's going to be the 20th turnover for South.
6 hard-working minutes there by Cheyenne South to get as close as 3 points to this Lady Bolts team. Gone in a flash just like that. We're now Thunder Basin back up by 10.
McGrath has it on the right wing, hounded by Jaya Brown. Lob pass stolen away, the 5th steal for Callista Martinez, and then she gives it right back to Thunder Basin as Martinez now with 8 turnovers in the game. Strube with the basketball, gets in the right block, kicks it out to Dimling, over to McGrath at the top. 1:05 left, 43-33. Thunder Basin with the lead. 3-ball put up by Solom, knocks it home. That's the largest lead now of 13 for Thunder Basin. They're on a 10-0 run, and the inbound pass is stolen by McGrath to Solom in the lane. Is fouled by Reagan Moore.
That's going to be the 16th foul called against Cheyenne South. And again, at least awaiting that call for at least for Moore. That'll be her first.
Leggett will come in for Reagan Moore. Inbound passer will be Jersey. Jersey will look at this 2-3 zone for South. Look for someone to pop open. Gives it to Strube on the left elbow. Goes to Solom. Turnaround shot blocked by Van Tassel. Martinez will grab her 8th rebound. Long pass to Leggett. Again, another bad pass. And it's the 9th turnover for Martinez. The 22nd turnover of the game. Trying to do too much, not cherishing the basketball right now. Well, Lady Fightin Bison.
It's something we saw in the second quarter, now seeing here in the third quarter between these two. It seems like Thunder Basin kind of picks it up there in the last couple minutes of the quarter, where Cheyenne South just kind of forgets how to play basketball out there. Just becomes, again, very careless with the basketball.
Moore will come in. Van Tassel will take a seat, try to protect her and her 3 fouls with the 35 seconds left in the quarter. McGrath has the basketball, goes over to the top. That is Conklin. Right side, Dimling back to Conklin as they work the perimeter. Taylor has it on the left wing. In the corner open is Dimling, but Taylor goes back to the top instead. Loses the handle, drive and dish to McGrath, down low on the elbow. Strube, kick out past Conklin, 18 seconds left. Taylor, left corner 3, hits hard off the right iron, and Leggett will grab the rebound, her 5th one. Here comes South. They get it across the timeline without turning it over this time. 9 seconds left here in this third quarter. Brown looking to get somebody open, goes to Moore. It's an errant pass, and with 1 point, well, now they just let it roll all the way down, and they're going to keep the players on the floor. They're going to say there's at least 1 second left.
Yeah, again,
it's going to be the 23rd turnover for South, though.
As again, that clock ran out of time well after that basketball was out of bounds. So again, we're waiting to see as they put up a fresh 8 minutes to get ready. Now they're going to give them 1 second to inbound and take a shot for Lady Fightin Bison.
It is a 13-9 score after the first for Central over Sheridan. That game going on at the Fieldhouse, senior night for Central. Moore with the quick inbound, and shot is blocked by Strube for her 5th block of the game. It's the fourth quarter is upon us, 46-33 after 3 here at Fightin Bison Gymnasium. A 1-minute timeout on 1480 KRAE. It was once a 3-point lead, but it was a 10-0 run to end the quarter for Thunder Basin, their largest lead now up to 13.
Well, and this is a game that has been, at least where we see with the Lady Fightin Bison, they've had leads, but it was early on in this game.
Thunder Basin will start with the basketball. McGrath, Taylor, Hamlin, Strube, and Conklin as the pass is stolen away, but then Taylor able to run it down, kick out Strube. She's in the lane, will go with the right-hand floater, rolls in for 2. Molly Strube with her 9th point. As South has DeMoss, Tovar, Van Tassel, Harlan, and Martinez. DeMoss goes into the lane, loses the handle, misses the shot, and Conklin grabs her first rebound. 3-on-1 the other way in the lane. Dimling rolls it out as Van Tassel tried to hit the Martinez, who was leaking out, and fouled by Dimling. Dimling's shot looked like it was about to go in, but just never got on the right part of that left side of the rim.
Dimling will pick up her second foul. Team 6 called against Thunder Basin. So both teams on the edge of at least putting each other in the bonus.
48-33. It's a 15-point lead, largest of the night for Thunder Basin. Harlan with the basketball. We'll kick it over to Martinez. She's at the top, gets in the lane, goes nice drive and dish. Van Tassel misses her finish. Martinez grabs the rebound. Too strong on the right hand iron for Martinez as Dimling will grab the rebound. Dimling kicks it over into the corner to McGrath, one of 3 Thunder Basin players with a three-pointer tonight. Over in the corner, Conklin open for 3, hits off the back iron. DeMoss grabs the long rebound. DeMoss, handman pass to Martinez, streaking down the floor, puts up the right-hand shot, too strong. Grabbing the rebound is Drube, and she's fouled by DeMoss. It's going to be her 4th.
Her 4th, team 7th called against Cheyenne South, so bonus time for the Lady Bolts here.
And here comes Kate Lackey and Sydney Solom as we go down to the other end.
As again, officials realizing that it is bonus time. 1-1 for at least Thunder Basin here to finish out this at least contest with 6:43 remaining.
Drube at the line for the first time tonight, 63% on the scene as DeMoss will come out with her 4 fouls and take a seat at the bench. She has 9 points in the game. Van Tassel leads the team with 10. For South, Jersey Taylor leading everybody with 13 as Drube knocks in the first one. She'll get one more. She's got 9, so she knocks this one. She'll be the second Thunder Basin player with double figures. Second one on the way. That one rolls in. She's got 10. The lead is up to 17. It's a little bit more of probably what people would think how this game would go as Thunder Basin starting to be a little bit more control here in the second half. Martinez will put up the shot. She's fouled and one. Martinez not giving in an inch as she finishes through the contact.
That'll be the 17th foul called against Thunder Basin. Lackey will pick up that foul. It'll be her 3rd. As for Cheyenne South, again, depending on what the final score is going to be, it doesn't indicate of how close this game actually was for the majority of this contest.
And really, it's only been a couple of minute spurts, to be honest, Nick. It's not like Thunder Basin's dominated from the get-go. With the basketball in the lane, it was Conklin. She kicks it out to Lackey. Now Drube has it on the right wing. Thunder Basin will be at Laramie tomorrow, and for South, they'll be hosting Campbell County as South will go up against the Gillette schools this weekend, and then they'll go on the road to face Natrona and Sheridan.
Or at least in theory, they'll be in Laramie because we do have another at least winter storm. Again, we'll see if I-80 is still open.
Martinez able to save the basketball, but it comes right to Latke. And Thunder Basin will have the basketball still with 6 minutes left. 50-35 our score here. Thunder Basin in the lead. Lackey driving dish to Solom. Big shot in for 2. Sydney Solom. She has 11 points, the 3rd in double figures for Thunder Basin. Van Tassel from 5. It's blocked, but a foul is going to be called, and she'll go to the line to shoot 2. Will be Riley Van Tassel.
That foul, it looks like, going against Conklin, so she'll pick up her 2nd foul. Team's 8th called against the Lady Bolts here. Again, both teams in the bonus for the remainder of this contest. And again, you talk about, again, how much time. Again, this is a Lady Bolts team that scores very quickly. As I mentioned, now we're going to see a fresh 5 out there for the Lady Bolts.
Taylor, Kuhn, Strube, McGrath, and Hamlin all is the new fresh 5.
But it felt like in this contest, in every quarter we saw, it was those last 2 minutes is where Thunder Basin figured out things and started to score in bunches against the Cheyenne South team.
It's at Van Tassel at the line, and that's, state championship teams, that's what they do. They may not look pretty, but in the end, they do enough to win games, and that's something that South is going to have to learn as Van Tassel misses the first one. She'll get one more.
Yeah, it might not be a pretty game stat-wise, but for Coach Lutkin, again, a win's a win, essentially.
And especially after a long day of travel, too, especially if they came down today. Van Tassel goes 1 for 2 at the line. She has a team-high 11 points. The lead is 16 for Thunder Basin. 5:40 left here in this 4th quarter. We'll have the boys game for you right after this. That should be a high-flying action as the Thunder Basin Bolts are the highest shooting three-point team in the state as Stroop traveled with the basketball. The 19th turnover for Thunder Basin.
The Thunder Basin team, again, if you're Coach Lutkin, hopefully this is that game where you get these turnovers out of your system before you take on Cheyenne East, Cheyenne Central.
Which they'll play next week They'll have East and Central. They'll host them. Van Tassel at the right block working on Strube. Strube's going to be called for the foul. She left her feet, didn't go straight up. And for Molly Strube, that's her 4th. Van Tassel back in the line to shoot 2.
Her 4th, team's 9th called against Thunder Basin.
With the basketball, Van Tassel 3 for 4 at the free throw line, misses the first to make that 3 for 5 as we'll see Solom come in for Strube. DeMoss will come in for Tovar as well as Callista Martinez after a quick break.
I think the key factor in this contest is you go back to the final 2 minutes of that third quarter where kind of extended out this already large lead for Thunder Basin where they started to pick it up. That was kind of the big factor is those final 2 minutes where Cheyenne South kind of collapsed.
Van Tassel hits the back iron, right iron, then she's able to grab her own miss. Her 8th rebound goes to Martinez. Harlan will put up the 3 ball, hits off the left iron. Martinez grabs the offensive rebound, banks it in for 2. She's got 10 points and 10 rebounds. The double-double machine that Coach DeBryan calls her. Picks up the double-double, and the bounce pass goes out of play. South will have the basketball with 5:04 left, down by 14.
Give credit to this Lady Fightin Bison team. Again, not giving up. Still plenty of time on the board.
Leggett will get it into DeMoss. DeMoss dribbles with the right hand, has Hamlin trying to run her down. She does so, hands off to Harlan though. Does Andrea DeMoss. Harlan now being hassled by Coots. Martinez gets around one defender, puts it up with the right hand, too short. Solom grabs the rebound. In transition, Taylor in the lane, puts up the right hand floater, banks it in for 2 and 1. Harlan was underneath the basket when she drew the contact, so I think that's what they're going to be, what they're calling.
Yeah, that foul, again, going against Harlan. She'll pick up her 4th foul. Team's 8th called against Cheyenne South.
Kuntz comes out, and Chatfield will come in for Thunder Basin. Taylor at the line for her 3rd opportunity for the and 1. She's 1 for 2 at the line with that and 1 opportunity, and make that 2 for 3. She cashes home that one, and she's now got a game-high 16 points, and the lead's up to 17. Across the timeline comes DeMoss. DeMoss dribbles once with the right hand, now slows it down. Martinez has it on the wing. Martinez now gets in the lane, puts up the right hand shot, rattles in and out. Van Tassel grabs the offensive rebound, can't put that one home, and Chatfield grabs her 4th rebound. In transition, it's going to be Andrea DeMoss who will be called for the foul, her 5th, so she'll be done, and Brecken Hamlin will go to the line to shoot 1 and 1, or shoot 2.
Yeah, she'll take a seat. Jay Brown will come in for her team's 9th foul called against Cheyenne South with that one.
She'll get an applause from her coach, Chad DeBryan, her teammates, and the fans that are here in attendance for the Fightin Bison. Hamlin on the season, a 100% free throw shooter, 13 for 13, make it 13 of 14. You're welcome.
We'll take that one.
The announcer's jinx there.
Absolutely.
And that was all me. It wasn't her, even though she's shooting it.
On that one, we'll take the credit for her.
Hamlin puts the right foot on the line. 2 dribbles, throws it up with the right hand. Short on the second one. Van Tassel will grab a rebound and then throw it away. Right to McGrath, and Jersey Taylor will slow it down and set up the offense. For McGrath, that's her 3rd steal. 10th rebound, though, for Van Tassel. She also has a double-double for South. Hamlin into the lane, kicks it over to Chatfield, back up top. McGrath, 4 minutes left here in the 4th quarter. Chatfield, right corner 3, rattles in and out, and Martinez will grab her 11th rebound, and a lot of contact, and a foul will be called on Solom.
Solom will pick up that foul. That'll be her 3rd, team's 10th called against Thunder Basin, so double bonus time for Cheyenne South here.
Martinez a chance to cut into this 17-point lead. 17 points, the largest it's been tonight.
But it seems right now with 3:56 remaining on the clock, it's a little too late right now for Cheyenne South. That is, again, they've been in a battle here trying to at least regain a lead.
Martinez knocks in the first. South has had 2 different leads of 2 points.
Again, that South team early on in that 3rd quarter, again, getting it down as close as 3. Again, where Thunder Basin in a matter of a minute and a half got it back up to double digits against Cheyenne South.
Martinez misses the second one. Harlan will get in there and grab the rebound. Fouled on the way up. She'll go to the line to shoot 2 for Solom. She picks up her 4th foul, and Harlan at the line shooting 2.
So two quick ones there on Harlan.
Harlan at the line, 50%. And air ball's the first one, as we'll see Gabby Droop come in for Jersey Taylor, who'll probably be done for the night.
And I would stand corrected, at least Solon picking up that fourth foul. That was at least her second quick one here in this fourth quarter.
Harlan bends at the knees and then throws it off too strong. Chatfield grabs the rebound. Her 5th rebound tonight. Chatfield will kick it to the front court herself. Try to cross over. It's on the floor. Harlan and Chatfield collide. Chatfield comes away with it, and then Martinez goes to the floor, grabs the possession, or grabs the jump ball, and the possession for South as the possession arrow favors the Lady Fightin Bison. Here comes Kate Latke for Thunder Basin, and coming out of the game is Brecken Hamlin. And a timeout called by Coach Chad DeBrine with 3:44 left, a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well right here on 1480 KRAE. Fightin Bison Gymnasium, 2 halftime scores to pass along. Over at the Thunderdome, East up 45-22 over Natrona. Kai Buell with 7 3-pointers in that game. It's Central over Sheridan 30-19. McKenna Salee with a couple of 3-pointers. She has 9 points in that game. Leggett across the timeline will try to scoop shot. Droop grabs the rebound, her 4th one. 3:30 left here in the fourth quarter, 55-39. Thunder Basin with the lead. Dribble handoff Droop for Thunder Basin. It's taken away by Callista Martinez, her 6th steal. Jump stop, grabbed away by Chatfield, who will pick it up out of bounds and throw it over to the official. Good hustle there by Marissa Chatfield.
Still stay with Cheyenne South on the inbound. Again, try to get some points on the board that they have been without for about a couple minutes here.
Martinez did a good job on the seal, but it's going to be a foul on the floor by Gabby Drew. But won't matter as double bonus time, so 2 free throws will be coming no matter what.
For Drew, that'll be her first foul of the evening.
56% on the season is Callista Martinez. She's 1 for 3 at the free throw line tonight and have 4 and 5 coming. First one on the way is up and good. From that left iron into the net. She's got 12 points, a team high, with 1 more free throw coming. 12 points, 11 rebounds. She also has 6 steals with 3 assists. Filling up the box score is Callista Martinez. Second one on the way for Martinez. That one rolls in. She's got 13 points. Riley Van Tassel also with a double-double. She has 11 and 10. Latke with the basketball on the left side. 3:10 left. Martinez knocks the pass out of play. It's going to say Thunder Basin basketball. It is a 14-point lead for Thunder Basin. It's been as high as 17 in the game. Or 18, I beg your pardon, in the game.
And at half for Thunder Basin, they had the 10-point advantage over Cheyenne South.
Chatfield drives baseline. Drive-in dish to Solom. Too strong on the lay-in. Drew grabs the offensive rebound. She'll go to the line to shoot as Callista Martinez will pick up her 3rd foul tonight.
Her 3rd, team's 10th called against Cheyenne South, so double bonus time for both teams here to round out this contest.
Drew is 2 for 2 at the line. She's got 10 points. Misses the first free throw.
A little long and strong on that one.
3 minutes exactly showing on our Pepsi scoreboard.
Thunder Basin, again, as we stress that this team here at Lady Bolts have not played like the number 3 team in the land in Class 4A.
1 for 2 at the line goes Droop. She's got 11. The lead's up to 15. Jaya Brown with the basketball. Over to Leggett. Now it's Harlan. Harlan met by McGrath. Van Tassel has it at the left elbow. Fakes the shot. Gets in the lane. Digging in from behind is McGrath. Caused a little bit of distraction. Van Tassel able to regather. Throw it off the glass. Rolls in and out. And Solom grabs the rebound. Here comes Thunder Basin. Right wing 3 by McGrath misses. Solom easy lay-in on the offensive putback. Her 5th rebound, and for her, it's her 13th point.
And the frustrating thing is, again, it looks like Thunder Basin's going to pick up the victory here with the already large lead bought for Cheyenne South. And Chad DeBryan And you had an opportunity, you had a chance here to steal this one from Thunder Basin tonight.
Leggett into the right block, kick out Martinez in the corner. Harlan has it on the wing. Jaya Brown fakes the shot, gets in the lane, will put it in with the right hand. Nice drive and finish by Jaya Brown. She's got her first 2 points quickly in transition. Latke tries to lay it in with the right hand. It's too short. On the floor goes Solom. Then 3 South players get on the floor. It's a jump ball. It will say Thunder Basin basketball with 1:53 left as Strube and Jersey Taylor will come in. Moore and Tovar for South as Martinez and Van Tassel will come out. As Coach Chad DeBryan telling his bench to get up, that may be all she wrote for Van Tassel and Martinez. Again, they'll be hosting Campbell County tomorrow.
For Cheyenne South with the loss, they're going to fall to 4-11 overall.
Latke's flat on the three-point attempt. The rebound, offensive rebound by Strube, her second rebound tonight. Strube will kick it over to Latke on the right wing. Dribbles once with the left hand. Flip pass over to Solom. Now down low. Drew misses it. Luckin grabs the basketball in frustration. Throws it over to the official underneath the basket. It's the 21st turnover for Thunder Basin. 1:38 left here in this fourth quarter. Still a 15-point lead, though, for Thunder Basin. Jaya has the basketball, runs right into Drube. And if Drube just stopped, it was a charge. She kept moving. And Jaya Brown will go to the line to shoot 2.
As you mentioned with that foul on Drube, she'll pick up her second foul, which again at this point is mute. With Thunder Basin with the victory, they're going to go to 11-5 on the season.
11 of 17 on the season from the free throw line is Brown, 65%. Oh, actually, it's Leggett. Sorry, I thought it was Jaya Brown. It's Leggett who's at the line, and she misses the first. She'll go to for Angie Leggett at the line. She's just 17%, 2 of 17, or 2 of 12, making that now 2 of 13, with one more free throw coming. It's on the way with the right hand. That one hits off the front iron, backboard, front iron, and it's a jump ball. South will retain possession as Harlan, who is listed at 5'2", going up against the 6'3" Molly Strube, able to get the jump ball. Leggett looking to inbound it. Bounce pass into Harlan. It's on the floor. Going to the floor is Strube and Harlan, and Drube will cause the jump ball, and Thunder Basin will get it back.
As we mentioned again, Cheyenne South with the loss dropping down to 4-11. But for Thunder Basin, if you're Cheyenne East, if you're Cheyenne Central, or you're the rest of Class 4A, looking at game film of this one, you see that Thunder Basin's beatable. Thunder Basin, again, if you catch them off guard, they're a very...
Tovar started to come up with the steal, and then Tovar throws it right back to Drube. Drube will knock it in for 2. So back-to-back errant passes. The 25th turnover for South, 22nd turnover for Thunder Basin, but it still turns into Thunder Basin points. It's a 17-point lead as we're under a minute. Brown into the lane with the right hand, crossover and kick out to Harlan. Harlan with the right hand dribble, tries to throw it over to Moore. Last touch by Thunder Basin. It'll stay South basketball.
After this game wraps up, we'll have boys action between Cheyenne South and Thunder Basin. On the boys' side, the Bolts come into that contest, number 4 in Class 4A.
Inbound pass comes to Harlan and then stolen away by Gabby Drube. A 26 turnover. Lackey on the other side, blocked by Jaya Brown. Out of play. Thunder Basin will maintain possession with 39 seconds left. No, they're going to call a foul. Just kidding. It's going to be on Jaya Brown. Her second, and at the line will go Kate Latke.
As again, it is double bonus time for both teams, as now this game is kind of grinded to a halt here.
Latke on the season, 76% from the free throw line. And misses the first one, as we'll see Peyton McGrath check back in.
As that was a line drive shot there.
Jersey Taylor will come out for the Bolts. Meadow Kuntz for Thunder Basin, playing in her first game on the season. Senior guard, started all last year, out with injury for most of this year as Lackey hits the second one. Back in action, so Class 4A will have to worry about the defensive prowess of Meadow Kuntz again. Jaya with the basketball, working on Lackey, dribbles with the left hand, 30 seconds left. Goes over to the left corner. Leggett has the basketball with 25 seconds now on the Pepsi scoreboard. Brown in the corner will put up the 3. Rattles home. Jaya Brown has 5 points. And the lead's back to 15 with 15 seconds left here in this fourth quarter. Drube with the basketball. See if they just try to dribble it out here. Solom has it up top. She'll hold on to it, wait for the count, and then hand it off to McGrath. McGrath does the same exact thing with 3 seconds left, 2 seconds, and that will be the final horn, a 15-point victory for Thunder Basin. The score does not indicate how close this game was, but it's a 61-46 victory for Thunder Basin. We'll take a 2-minute timeout and have the final stats for you right here on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and adventure, Kia of Cheyenne is the place to start, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will help you find it. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Sorento will give you what you need to make things happen. This vehicle has plenty of power, all-season traction, safety features, technology, and comfort for any road you're on. The Kia Sorento offers plenty of standard features for the money, and we're all about saving you money. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
Welcome back to Cheyenne South here, where it is a final in the girls contest between the Lady Fightin Bison and Lady Bolts, where Thunder Basin rolls away with a victory 61-46. And again, as we talked and alluded about, this contest does not indicate of how close this game actually was for, again, a good majority of this game. It goes all the way back until about that end of the third quarter, where for Thunder Basin, they kind of put it on and extended out and had this large, at least, victory against Cheyenne South. And again, for Thunder Basin, at least if the rest of Class 4A, especially some other teams here in this quadrant, that being Cheyenne Central and Cheyenne East, kind of licking your chops at this game film of what you saw here tonight with Thunder Basin, that this is a very beatable team. That this is a team that has a lot of flaws that you can absolutely exploit, and it's you kind of question about that number 3 in front of that name of Thunder Basin, of how they played tonight. Did not indicate a top 5 team out there on the court.
Well, and I don't like making excuses, but it is a long travel. If they did travel down today, that is a long travel. It's sometimes tough for a team that is of Thunder Basin's capability to overlook an opponent sometimes, and that may have been what happened a little bit, as it was very sloppy play, 22 turnovers for Thunder Basin, 26 for South, but nonetheless, you were still able to take the win down. And for Thunder Basin, they are still, and when it comes to conference play, not so much quadrant play, but conference play, they're still undefeated.
Yeah, without a doubt. So again, that is the side, at least footnote. Again, for Cheyenne South, they're going to fall to 4-11 overall. For Thunder Basin, they're going to go to 11-5 overall. Still keep that number 3. At least number in front of their name on the coaches poll, at least coaches and media poll, and we'll see what happens barring the results of Cheyenne East and Cheyenne Central as well too. But again, give credit to Chad DeBryan and his Lady Fightin Bison. They gave a good effort out there.
They did.
Still sloppy play. Still the turnovers are a killer right now for Cheyenne South. But they gave their effort. They gave a good effort against Thunder Basin, and they were competitive. Had a couple leads early on in this contest. And they're midway through that third quarter, had it as close as 3 points until Thunder Basin kind of turned on the afterburners and basically took care, or at least took advantage of some of those miscues and turnovers by Cheyenne South.
Let's take a look at our final points. Jersey Taylor led the way with 16 points. Gabby Drew with 13. Sydney Solom with 13. 9 points for Molly Strube. That was after scoring 7 in the first quarter. 6 for Marissa Chatfield. 3 for Peyton McGrath. 1 for Kate Lackey. For South, 13 points and 11 rebounds with 6 steals for Calista Martinez. So still a very strong game for her. Riley Van Tassel had 11 points and 10 rebounds. DeMoss had 9 points, 8 of them in the first half. 5 points for Jaya Brown all in that fourth quarter. 4 points for Angie Leggett, 2 apiece for Reagan Moore and McKenna Harlan. Again, 26 turnovers for South in that game, 22 turnovers for Thunder Basin. Thunder Basin outscored South 13-9 in the first quarter, 17-11 in the second, 16-13 in the third quarter, 15-13 in that fourth quarter. We'll take another 2-minute timeout. We'll get you set up for the boys game right here on 1480 KRAE.
College has been something that's always been on the back of my mind.
This is where I found what I wanted, one of my passions, what I really love to do.
In class, I feel more engaged.
The people here do care about you and they want to help you succeed in life.
They make it so easy to be a parent and be able to still go to school.
I like the way I'm improving.
I love being, part of the WHSAA family, and I'm glad I made this step in my life.
Side Fightin Bison Gymnasium. Before we give you the starters tonight, let's take a look quickly at the scores going on around town. Central hosting Sheridan over at the Fieldhouse. 4:22 left in the third quarter, 40-23 in that one. And if you haven't been listening to us and hearing our updates, Kai Buell's off to a hot start over at East as they're playing against Natrona, the Phillies. And Kai, after about midway through the third quarter, East up 51-24. Kai Buell with 29. She hit 6 3-pointers, though, in that first quarter, scored 20 points in the first quarter over at the Thunderdome. Sometimes all you need after a tough shooting couple of games is just getting out of Story and getting back into the Thunderdome. Yeah, and that's exactly what it looks like for her.
Basically, Kai's making an argument of, hey, let's not play our crosstown rival, or at least at that neutral site. Hey, let's probably think about playing it at the Thunderdome next time. But again, after that rough loss for Cheyenne East, where they can drop down to number 2 after getting defeated by the Lady Indians, a game that we had here last Friday in Story Gymnasium. Again, at least talk about a team that's rebounding, and also to taking out that frustration on a Natrona County team here in town.
Yeah, and for East, that's a big win for them because you don't know how they're going to respond after that loss. The first loss in a very long time against Central, and it was a big game for Central as well. So you would have to think that maybe would Central come out in a little bit of a lull against Sheridan, but they're taking care of business from that standpoint. Let's take a 1-minute timeout. We'll come back with the starting lineup for Thunder Basin right here on 1480 KRAE. Back inside Fightin Bison Gymnasium as both teams are warming up. Let's take you through the starting lineup for the Thunder Basin Bolts. 12-3, 2-1 in quadrant play. Their head coach, Rory Williams. They've won 5 of the last 6. Starting lineup will be number 1, senior guard Mason Hamilton. Also the starting quarterback for that Thunder Basin team. Senior guard /4, number 2, Blaine Allen. Senior guard number 5, Hayden Silty. Sophomore guard number 10, Deegan Williams. And sophomore guard number 23, Mikhail Holt. This team is the best shooting team from behind the arc in the Class 4A, and I believe in the state 40.5% from three-point line. They shoot twice as many three-pointers than they do two-pointers. They shoot 48% as a team, 71.5% from the free throw line. 76 points a game is what they score. 55 is what they give up. We'll take our final 1-minute timeout and have the South High Fightin Bison starting lineup right after this. The starting lineup for Coach Jeff Bailey and the South High Fightin Bison coming in at 7-7 overall, 0-3 in quadrant play. They are coming off the win, though, against Douglas, and the starting lineup looks as so. Senior guard number 1, Cameron Bird. Sophomore guard number 3, Leandre Ray. Sophomore 4, number 12, Jeremiah Mote. Sophomore 4, number 15, Maureen Alexander. And a junior guard number 23, Michael Mascarin, is going with a smaller lineup. Is Coach Bailey against this very athletic Thunder Basin team. They shoot 39% from the field, 25% from 358 from the charity stripe, score 54 points a game, give up 58.5 points to their opponent. As Coach Bailey said, Nick, we got to keep this game as low scoring as possible. That gives us the best chance.
Yeah, again, that's going to be how you're at least going to pick up the victory against Thunder Basin, as you talk about, again, a deadly team from behind the arc. Basically what you need to do is get hands up in those faces and, again, try to get it all at least situated. And
we are going to step aside now for the national anthem, right on this tip-off right after this on 1480 KRAE. Welcome back inside Fightin Bison Gymnasium as the boys starting lineup are being called. We got Thunder Basin in their road black jerseys. They have dark blue on the trim. They have dark blue numbers with white on the outline. South will be in their home white, black numbers, gold on the trim. As we're about to get started underway here.
Essentially for Thunder Basin, think of the Tampa Bay Lightning. A lot of their logoing and color kind of bases off of that. But again, as we get set for this contest, again, Cheyenne South 7-7 overall. Again, winless in quadrant play for Thunder Basin. They come in as the number 4 ranked team in Class 4A on the boys' side, and they are 12-3 right now overall. So for Cheyenne South to gain some momentum, or at least gain some confidence, pull off the victory here in this contest, something that you talked about, Chris, and again, we'll talk more about it throughout this game. You got to slow down this team some way, somehow. You got to get hands up in those faces from behind the arc. As deadly as they are in three-point range, you got to find some way to basically deny them and have them kind of work on the inside against Cheyenne South, where Cheyenne South can be a little competitive and Cheyenne South can defend well on the inside.
Well, and again, when I was talking to Coach Bailey, longer possessions. Have those 25, 30-second possessions. You don't want Thunder Basin to get in an offensive rhythm. What's the best way to do that? Don't allow them to have the basketball, because it's kind of like a football mindset, right? The best way to make a team to not score is by not giving them the ball.
Yeah, without a doubt.
By using up the time of possession, and that's something that South is going to have to do here tonight as Cameron Bird and Blaine Allen are in the circle waiting for the tip-off.
And the scary piece out there for Thunder Basin that is used to it on football and now basketball as well, too, is that being one Mason Hamilton. And we saw how fast that, at least offense for football, could be for the Bolts. Again, for Cheyenne South, absolutely. They got to find a way to slow down things.
South will start right to left on your screen or radio dial. Thunder Basin will start with the basketball. It's on the right side to Hamilton as, again, the extended defense. Allen inside, kick out, Silty for 3, bang.
And there it is on showcase, first possession, how dangerous they are from behind the arc.
Well, Coach Bailey said they love to penetrate and dish, and that's exactly what Blaine Allen did there to Silty. Moite with the basketball, stops at the top of the arc, almost has it taken away by Hamilton. It's over to Bird. Bird jab step now in the lane, stops at the free throw line, hands it off to Alexander. Alexander working on Allen, short on the first one. Rebound comes out to Mason Hamilton. Here comes Thunder Basin across the timeline. In the lane, kick out. Hamilton doesn't take the 3. Instead, bounce pass over to Holt. He'll put up the 3. It's long. Allen grabs the offensive rebound. Taken away by Cameron Bird, though. Bird over to Ray. Ray, nice move. Lay in for 2.
First points on the board for Cheyenne South there as they now trail by 1.
And for Thunder Basin, they get it across the timeline on this full court pressure. Allen in the lane, jump stop, loses the handle. Grabbing the basketball is Moite. Back-to-back turnovers for Thunder Basin. 3-2 our score, about a minute and a half into this first quarter. Bounce pass out of play, and it will be Thunder Basin basketball as South will pick up their first turnover.
That's something also, too, similar in the girls' contest for the boys for Cheyenne South. You got to limit the amount of turnovers.
Over in transition, Hamilton puts it up from the left block, lays it in for 2. A rare 2-pointer hit by Thunder Basin, a 5-2 score in favor of the Bolts.
As once again, it is showcase of just how quick this offense is for the Bolts.
Bird into the lane, puts it up, bank shot, misses. Alexander grabs the offensive rebound, lays it in for 2. Should be a fast-paced game. Both teams, or at least Thunder Basin, highest scoring team in the state, as the long shot by Silty is off the mark. Offensive rebound ground by Allen, a 15-footer from the right corner, knocked home by Hamilton, who's got back-to-back buckets. 2 rebounds, 2 assists for Blaine Allen to start. These two used to connecting where Hamilton gives it to Allen. That's in football. Now Allen giving it to Hamilton. Moite in the lane, puts up the right-hand shot, hops off the right iron. Allen grabs his 3rd rebound for Thunder Basin. 7-4 our score, 5:30 left. Silty has it on the right side. Now Allen over to the left wing to Hamilton. Fakes one way, goes to Allen. Allen will put up the 3 ball. It's short. Grabbing the rebound up high is Holt. A foul on the floor by Mascarenas.
As Mascarenas will pick up that first foul on himself. First team foul called against Cheyenne South here.
Holt inbounded for Thunder Basin. It comes into Deegan Williams, who puts up the left-hand 3, and that rolls in through the front iron. The second 3-ball hit by Thunder Basin, and they have a 6-point lead. Moite trying to get it across the timeline, almost went back court. Mascarenas right corner, he'll put up the three. Knocks it home, Mascarenas answers a three with a three of his own, lead back to three, and a timeout called by Coach Bailey before the inbound. It will be a 30-second timeout. We'll take a quick one as well. A 30-second timeout on 1480 KRAE. Over at the Thunderdome, East with a 57-35 lead at the start of the fourth. Central with the lead over Sheridan, 56-30. Those are both the girls' games still going on at those gyms across Cheyenne as Hamilton has the basketball for Thunder Basin. 10-7 our score here. Nice drive and dish, or nice cut by Allen, found by Hamilton. And now Allen on the board with his first 2 points, and Hamilton picks up his first assist. 5-point lead for Thunder Basin as Bird has the basketball for South.
This Thunder Basin team so speedy. Again, rivaling some of the JUCOs that we see through with LCCC.
Hamilton knocks the ball out of play. It's going to be Kevin Bell and Hunter Scott who come in for South. Alexander and Ray will come out for the Fightin Bison. Inbound pass comes to Bird. Bird working on Silty, gets in the lane, dribbles between the back. Now kick over to Moite. Moite looking for someone to cut. Instead goes to Bird on the right side. Bird dribbles once, puts it up from 15 on the right corner. It's an air ball, and Allen grabs the loose ball. It's his fourth rebound. Allen will slow it down at the timeline. Goes over to the corner. Hamilton drives, goes up from 8, hits off the back right iron, and Bird grabs his first rebound on the night.
Kind of the rare miss of the night, the one-and-done opportunity for Thunder Basin there.
Bird sizing up Silty, who's guarding a man for man. As Thunder Basin comes out in a man-and-man. Moite on the high on the left wing. Hamilton up high on him. Moite gets into the lane. Kick out. Scott, right corner three. High arcing. It's long. Mascarenas grabs the rebound. It's going to be called for the push. And he'll be, that's going to be his second.
Yeah, his second, team second, called against Cheyenne South here.
3:49 left here in this first quarter. 12-7 in favor of Thunder Basin. Inbound pass comes to Williams. Williams will get it across the timeline, dribble with the right hand behind the back. Now stopped, kicks over to Silty. Allen has it on the right wing. Kick up top. A lot of contact between Bird and Holt. No call. Allen has it baseline, goes right around Holt, lays it in for 2. From that baseline drive, he's got 4.
Leads up to 7 now for the Bolts.
Bird tries to throw it around Hamilton. Hamilton's going to come up with the steal and then lay it in with the right hand. Fundamentals right there by Allen, who gets the steal and 2. The second turnover for South, 11-point lead or 9-point lead for Thunder Basin.
Well, Cameron Bird was looking for a foul call on there, had his arms to the side, trying to ask him what happened there.
Mascarenas pulls up from 10 in the right corner, lays it in, or gets it in to go with 2. He's got 5, and the lead's cut to 7. Deegan goes into the lane. It's going to be fouled by Moite on the floor.
Moite will pick up his first foul. Team's third called against Cheyenne South here. 3 so far against the Fightin Bison. None have been called against Thunder Basin. So we'll see subs in.
Carl Gray will come in. His first varsity action for Gray, as well as Alexander. Moite and Mascarenas take a seat. Coming in for the first time for Thunder Basin is Jordan Clausen. Clausen takes out Hamilton. Stolen away by Bird. His second steal tonight. Bell with the left hand rolls in and out. It's going to stay South basketball.
Couldn't get any more closer on that, at least possession play. It wanted to fall in, but just didn't.
Couldn't get it to go with the left hand for Kevin Bell, the second leading scorer on this South team, averaging 10 points a game. Bell looking for, Ray, who checks back in, looking for someone to pop open. Scott does so at the top. Now Bird over to Ray on the left side. Ray comes up top. Bell has it. Extra pass over to Gray. Bird in the right corner. Drives baseline. Puts it up with the contact off the mark. And Clausen, who with the great defense, and grabs the rebound. Clausen hands it over to Williams. Left-handed pass over to Allen for 3 on the right wing. Hits hard off the left iron. Hits off the beam at the top. And that will be a whistle, as it will be South basketball, and Alexander will come in for Hunter Scott.
The rare miss from behind the arc for Thunder Basin, as they again had 2 early ones here in this quarter against Cheyenne South.
Inbound pass comes to Ray. Ray looks at Williams, now double team with him and Silty. Gets it across the timeline though to Gray. Gray over to Alexander, over to Bird now on the right side as a 5-out motion weave for South. Bell loses the handle, able to regather it, goes to Bird up top now with 2 minutes left to Ray. Ray into the paint, then brings it back out. Alexander's at the top. Bell dribbles with the right hand, stops at that left elbow, goes to the left block, puts up the bank shot, too strong. Allen grabs his 5th rebound for Thunder Basin. Now looking to go coast to coast, and he will do so and lay it in with the left hand. He's got 6 first quarter points, lead up to 9, largest of this first quarter.
Speed kills in Thunder Basin. They are showcasing it here for full force.
Silty will be called for the foul after the hand check on Cameron Bird. 1:36 left as Moite will come in for Bird.
As you mentioned again, him picking up his first foul. Team's first call against Thunder Basin here. As Cheyenne South looking to at least chip away at this 9-point advantage by the Bolts.
DeAndre Ray running the point for Coach Bailey and the Bison. Goes over to Alexander, loses the handle, but you're able to regain control of it up high on the straightaway. Bounce pass in the paint to Bell. Bell chin, nice backdoor cutting. Ray connects for 2 as Bell picks up the assist. Ray has 4, lead back to 7 for Thunder Basin.
And that was good vision right there on that play by Cheyenne South, reading that he was on the inside.
Deegan with the basketball, dribbles with the left hand, gets in the lane, puts up the shot, rolls in and out, but Bell will be called for the foul, and it will be Deegan Williams at the line to shoot 2.
That foul calling against Bell. He'll pick up his first foul. Team's 4th against Cheyenne South. As fouls starting to mount up here for the Fightin Bison.
67% on the season for Deegan Williams. He puts it up, hits too strong off the back iron. He'll get 1 more though. 18-11, 1:06 left on the Pepsi scoreboard here in the first quarter. Fairly good crowd on hand here at Fightin Bison Gymnasium. As we're doing some more of that, or this is the first week of that cross quadrant play as Williams knocks in the second one.
And that includes, again, Cheyenne South faithful here at least Fightin Bison Gymnasium. Same with Thunder Basin that traveled down from Gillette.
Of course, that road on I-25, not as bad as I-80 as the ball's on the floor, taken away though by Clausen, who comes up with it, the 4th turnover for South. Clausen stops at the wing, now comes up top. It's Deegan Williams on the right wing. Jab step, loses the dribble, comes to Allen on the left side. Allen will go to Hamilton, who checks back in, working on Bell. Left-hand pass over to Allen, tries to drive baseline, cut off though by Alexander on the left side. Clausen, left wing, dribbles once with the right hand, throws it to Hamilton. Hamilton step back 3, too strong off the left iron, and Gray grabs the long rebound. Hands it off to Moite for South. It gets it across the timeline. 20 seconds left here in the first quarter. Moite on the wing, tries to go to Alexander. Luckily for him, it comes to Bell. Moite gets it back, goes in the lane, puts up the right hand bank shot, too strong. Allen grabs the rebound with 12 seconds left, but Gray's going to be called for the reach. Allen.
Yeah, that'll be the 15th foul called against Cheyenne South.
It is Allen's 6th rebound as Silty will come in for Williams. And Clausen was coming to the bench initially, then realized Williams was the one that took the seat. So he'll come and actually inbound it to Allen.
With 11.4 seconds remaining here in this first quarter for Thunder Basin, chance for them to extend out the lead.
Allen will slow it down and save it for 1 shot. 5 seconds, now 4 seconds. Gets in the lane, spin around, kick out. Hamilton, right corner 3, off the back iron, and that will be it for our first quarter. 19-11, Thunder Basin in the lead. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here at 1480 KRAE. Clausen, Holt, Silty, and Allen for Thunder Basin. For South, Moite, Ray, Mascarenas, Alexander, and Bird. Bird, no points in that first quarter. South will start with the basketball. Down 19-11 here in the second quarter. Ray had a team-high 4 points in that first quarter. Almost loses the handle. It gets it off to Moite high on the right side. Moite, bounce pass down low. Alexander on the right block, tries to fight through two, and then Allen's going to be called for the foul. Too much on the follow-through by Blaine Allen will make him the guilty party.
So he'll pick up that foul for Allen. That'll be his first, team second called against Thunder Basin here.
On the season, Alexander, 16 of 23, 70%, misses the first one. And Deegan Williams will come back in for Thunder Basin. And he will come in for Holt. It's funny because we were at Thunder Basin for the Thunder Basin East football game where Mason Hamilton looked to suffer a pretty serious shoulder surgery. Coach Williams was actually in the press box thinking this is going to hurt basketball as Alexander knocks in the second. Lo and behold, the next week for state championship, there's Mason Hamilton suited up.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that serious. Did keep him out of that East game, but they were with that defense that Thunder Basin has, and they were able to hold off East in the semifinal. Hamilton has the basketball, gets into the lane, kick over to Silty for three in the left corner. Too strong, grabbing the rebound is Deegan Williams in the lane, and a foul called on Mascarenas, which I think is his third.
Yeah, that'll be his third if that is who it's called against. Yes, he'll pick up his third. Team 6 called against Cheyenne South, so that's going to prompt him to take a seat.
Kevin Bell will come in for South.
You go back to at least title game between Thunder Basin and Sheridan, and you wonder though if that injury for Mason Hamilton kind of played a factor into the Bronx getting there at least another state title.
Williams with the left-hand dribble, gets in the lane, driving kick over to Hamilton and throws it out to Clausen. Good hands though by Alexander, distracted. Clausen from 8, rattles in and out, and grabbing the rebound is Alexander. Skip pass over to Ray on the other side. Hand off to Bell. Now Ray in the right corner, doesn't take the three, instead slows it down. They'll run the offense. 19-12 is our score here in this second quarter. Bell gets in the lane, puts it up and one as it rolls through.
And Cheyenne South very fortunate on that play to get that to fall through. Almost was another turnover there.
Allen will pick up his second foul as Holt will come in.
His second, team third call against Thunder Basin.
And for the first time, we'll see Andre Felton for Thunder Basin. Raymond Doherty will check in for the first time as well for South.
As Alexander will take a seat.
And one opportunity for Bell. The left-hand shooting junior throws it up and rolls it home. They'll make that the senior. He's got 3 points. The lead cut to 4. As many as 8, so it's a 4-0 run to open up this minute and 20 into the second quarter. Full court pressure for South. They get across. Felton into the lane. Kick out, left corner 3, Hamilton. It's too strong, and the rebound will come to Felton. Felton, kick out pass to Williams. He misses on the right side. Ray jumps up high to grab the rebound, dribbles through contact, bounce pass to Bird. Big shot in for 2.
There's now a little momentum here for the Fightin Bison as they chip away, now down by 2.
Full court pressure still for South. Hamilton gets it into the front court for Thunder Basin. Holt with the basketball up high. Holt kick over to Williams. Williams rips through, hands it over to Silty. Silty over on the right side, bounce pass down low. Kick out pass. Williams fakes the shot. Will go to Silty on the wing. Good patience shown here by Thunder Basin waiting for an open shot. Williams kick out to Felton for 3 on the right wing. Nothing but nets for Andre Felton. And that ends that run for South. The lead back up to 5.
Well, again, the amount of shots that Thunder Basin takes from behind the arc, you had a feeling that eventually one was going to fall through.
Bird quickly down the lane is going to be fouled by Silty. He shot a little too strong off the glass. Silty will pick up his second foul, and Bird will go to the line to shoot 2.
His second, team's 4th against the Bolts here.
Bird, 58%. He's been there 108 times, so attempting 109 and 110. First one on the way, it's too strong. As we'll see Ethan Cox come in for the first time, sophomore guard, and Carl Gray will come back in for South. Gray is a sophomore. And I've been saying Gray, but I think that's actually Devin Simmons. I was looking at the wrong side.
Yeah, that's where they got for number 35 on the varsity.
It's looking at Thunder Basin on the other side. Pass to Hamilton goes over his head. And it will be South basketball after the turnover.
Chance here again for the Fightin Bison to chip away at the lead here.
Bird sizing up Williams, who meets him at half court. Backstepping with the Carolina blue shoes is Deegan Williams. Bell has it on the right side. Dribbles with the right hand, working on Felton. Simmons gets in the lane, puts up the left hand shot, banks it home for 2 for Devin Simmons. The lead back to 3 for Thunder Basin. 5-minute mark of the second quarter.
And that was just an impressive move on the inside there by Simmons.
2-on-1 down low. It is a good hesitation by Cox, who banks it in for 2. Nice find by Andre Felton. Lead back to 5 quickly.
Yeah, good read there, at least realizing that the defender was close by and just settled down.
Bird with the basketball, looking for someone to cut open. Instead, it's going to work on Williams. Spin move, and he travels. And Bird puts his palms to the sky, wondering how it could be called as a travel. It's going to be the 5th turnover, though, for South. And Thunder Basin will have the basketball up 5.
I guess they gave the travel call with 1 too many steps, including being in the air.
Bounce pass to Felton. Felton looking for someone to pop open in the middle. Instead goes to the corner, and into the front court goes Holt. Behind the back dribble, into the lane. Left hand, big shot rolls in. Nice take by Mikhail Holt. His first 2 points, lead back to 7. Ray behind the back dribble into the front court, working on Ethan Cox. Now it goes to the right wing. Bird trying to post up on Williams, but with the help side there, not able to get the pass. Bird now drives baseline. Bounce pass to Bell in the corner. He'll put up the 3 ball. Nothing but net for Kevin Bell. Nice drive and dish by Cameron Bird. Lead back to 4 for Thunder Basin.
And that was a big time 3, much needed 3 by Cheyenne South.
Into the lane goes Holt. Everybody leaves him alone, and Holt goes in the lane, draws the contact on Doherty. Shot does not go, so Holt will go to the line to shoot 2.
As Doherty will pick up that foul. That'll be his first team 7th call against the Fightin Bison. So bonus time now for the remainder of this half for Thunder Basin.
Holt 78% from the free throw line, puts the first one on the way. Nothing but net for Holt. As the lead goes back to 5, Alexander and Scott will come in. Doherty and Bird will come out.
So a much needed break for Bird, where it seems like he's been out there for the majority of this contest.
Holt will get ready for a second one. Puts it up with the right hand. That one rolls through the front iron and down the net. He goes 2 for 2. He's got 4 points, lead up to 6. Ray hustling down the floor, trying to beat the Thunder Basin and defense down, catch him off guard, but Thunder Basin ready for it. Simmons with the basketball on the right side, and Alexander has it high on the right. Bell up top will put up a 3 from the right wing. It hits off the left iron. Last touch by Simmons. No, they're going to say it was last touch by Felton, and it will be South basketball.
A break there by Cheyenne South. Chance again to chip away at the 6-point advantage of Thunder Basin here.
Inbound pass is mishandled by Ray. May have been just a bad pass by Hunter Scott. 6 turnover, and Thunder Basin will retake possession at the 3:29 mark, up 28-22 on our Pepsi scoreboard. Here comes Williams with the right-hand dribble into the front court, met by Bell. Now on the switch, it's going to be guarded by Simmons. Simmons up high, not giving Williams a lot of space. In the lane, though, goes Williams. Jump stop, bounce pass to Holt, kick over. Felton for 3 on the right wing. That one rolls in. Felton's 2 for 2. He's got 6 points off the bench. It's a 9-point lead, largest of the night for Thunder Basin.
A team that just loves to shoot it from outside, hitting it so far here in this half.
And a lot of them aren't forced, they're rhythm 3s. Ray gets into the lane, lays it in with the left hand and 1.
That foul is going to be the 15th foul call against Thunder Basin here. That one going against, it looks like they're going to call that against Felton, who will pick up his first.
Leandre Ray getting to the hoop and getting there quickly, as he's got 6 points, all coming with the layups, as we'll see Bell and Simmons come out. Moite and Bird will check back in for South.
So a quick break for Bird back out there.
DeAndre Ray, just a sophomore for Coach Jeff Bailey. 31-24 as Ray knocks in the N1 opportunity. He's got 7 points, lead to 6. A full timeout called by Coach Bailey, a 1-minute timeout for us right here on 1480 KRAE. .125, 2:55 left here in the second quarter. Thunder Basin with the lead and the basketball. Williams has it for the Bolts, goes over to Cox. They'll reverse court Hamilton, who checks back in. Blaine Allen for Thunder Basin on the bench with 2 fouls. Their leading scorer. In the lane goes Holt, kick out, Hamilton, pump fake, gets into the lane, kick over to Holt, or to Fox, almost taken away by Cameron Bird. Into the lane, Felton, short. Scott grabs the rebound for South. Good one-and-done opportunity there for South after they getting the big stop. 2:20 left here in this second quarter.
Yeah, South has been pretty good denying entry on the inside. Alexander
has it, puts up the big shot. He's fouled on the way up. Mason Hamilton, I think, will be the guilty party as Maureen Alexander will go to the line to shoot 2.
No, they're not.
23.
Yeah, they're going to call that against Holt, so he'll pick up his foul. They're going to put up 6 fouls for him. I don't think that's correct, but either way, though,
he's definitely fouled out if that's the case.
Again, incorrect out here with Alexander missing that first free throw. With Holt, he'll pick up his first foul. Team 6 called against the Bolts here.
Alexander 1 for 2 at the line. Final over at the Thunderdome, 72-50. East beats Natrona Kai, ended up with 33 points as Alexander goes 1 for 2 at the line again. And for Alexander, he cuts the lead to 5. Into Williams for Thunder Basin, over to Hamilton on the left side. Down low, it is kicked back out to Holt. Hamilton has it high on the left side again. Down the lane, Holt working on Alexander. Bird tries to come with the way of the steal. Good job by Holt. Kick out pass, too many bounce passes. You saw kind of a triangle, kind of a smaller triangle there. 1 too many, and it's a turnover as Hamilton's pass is mishandled by Felton.
But that is back-to-back great defensive plays there by Cheyenne South, as again, they are working at trying to get back into this contest, if not take the lead here.
Bird with the left-hand dribble, gets it into the corner. Williams up high on him. Ray has the basketball. Goes over to Moite. Hamilton up high on him. Moite fakes one way, goes to the right to Hunter Scott high on the right side. 1:30 left here in the second quarter. 31-26. Thunder Basin with the lead as the pass down to Alexander's knocked out of play by Ethan Cox. 1:25 left here in this second quarter.
A game that has been led throughout by Thunder Basin, and Cheyenne South still chipping away, still being aggressive, trying to get back in.
Ray looking to inbound. It's a foul on Moite before the entry play.
They're going to call that, at least I do believe.
A sideline violation. They're going to say Moite stepped out of play, and Moite said he was pushed, but the official said no, so it's just a turnover. It's the 7th one for South. Down low, Holt has it, goes to the right wing, left all alone. He'll pull from 3, and that's nothing but net. You got to cover everybody. Everybody on this team could shoot threes, and that's now 7 points for Mikhail Holt, who lead up to 8. Ray quickly in transition, rolls it in with the right hand. He's got 9, the lead back to 6.
It hung up there, but thankfully fell through.
Holt drive and dish. Hamilton fakes the right corner 3, tries a bounce pass, and once again can't find the connection. And unfortunately here, when you misfire on a pass, it's usually a turnover.
And which that is, and right now Cheyenne South basketball to add at least, again, get within this contest.
Ray will inbound it over to Moite high on the right side in the front court, or in the back court, right in front of the bench of South. Gets it into the front court, goes over to Ray. Ray looking for Alexander to get to post up down low, not at the elbow. Screen and roll. That gets Ray into the lane, puts it up high off the glass. He'll go to the line to shoot two as Clausen knocked him down and then goes and helps him back up. And Leandre will go to the line to shoot two.
So that foul coming against Clausen. He'll pick up his first foul. Team 7th called against Thunder Basin. So bonus time for both teams here with 38 seconds exactly remaining before half.
Central a 70-51 winner over Sheridan. Fernio led the way with 12 in that one. First one by Ray rattles in and out.
So a recap, East and Central on the girls' side gets it done tonight. Fortunately, Cheyenne South had a competitive game, but just collapsed in the third and fourth quarter. And again, lose to Thunder Basin earlier on here.
Ray's second opportunity at the line. That one rattles home. He's got a team-high 10 points. Make that a game-high 10 points. With 35 seconds left in the quarter, 5-point lead for Thunder Basin. Hamilton dribbles once with the left hand, then picks it up, goes to the top to Holt. Holt, the right hand, skip pass over to Deegan in the left corner. Still 20 seconds left here in the quarter. Open for three straight away as Clausen it down. Great ball movement by Thunder Basin leads to another three-pointer. It's now an 8-point lead. Ray trying to beat everybody down the timeline. He does so. Foul called on the floor by, it's going to be Felton, who picks up his second. Are they going to say it's in the act of shooting? It looks like based on where Ray is going, it will be. And Ray will go to the line to shoot two.
Felton will pick up his second foul. Team's 8th against the Bolts.
First one on the way for Ray is short off the front iron.
And this is the big issue, and it's something we've talked with, on the JUCO side of things with LCCC. Again, when they're handing you opportunities to at least get the free throw shots, you got to cash in, and this is kind of a big factor right now for Cheyenne South.
Second one on the way for Ray. That one goes in. He goes 1 for 2 again at the line. He's 3 for 5. He's got a game-high 11 with the 7-point lead. Going Deegan, kick out, left corner three at the horn. It's long and strong, and that will be the horn to end the half. 37-30, Thunder Basin with the lead. We'll take a 2-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE.
I'll take it here,
ahead.
Chris. Again, welcome back to at least Fightin Bison Gymnasium, where we're at half right now. Thunder Basin has a 7-point advantage over Cheyenne South, 37-30. Want to take this opportunity right now to at least showcase off the standings as we did for the girls' side. We'll do it for the boys very quickly. Right now, we're on Class 4A on the east side of things. Cheyenne Central is on top of the southeast quadrant after their victory this past Friday. They're at Story Gymnasium over Cheyenne East. East right behind behind them, 2-1. Laramie's going to trail behind them at 1-2. And rounding out the bottom in the southeast quadrant is going to be Cheyenne South at 0-3. Looking at the northeast, again, as we keep on the Eastern Conference, Sheridan undefeated at 3-0 in the quad play. They're 9-4. Thunder Basin, this team 2-1, but they are 12-3 overall. Campbell County 1-2, 6-8 overall, and Natrona County will round out the bottom at 0-3, 4-8. That is your standings on the east side here in Class 4A. And right now, Thunder Basin keeping, or at least give credit to Cheyenne South. Been very competitive. Very competitive in this
Actually won the second quarter, 19-18.
Yeah, again, for Cheyenne South and for Coach Jeff Bailey, you got to be proud of what your Fightin Bison did here on this court in that first half. You got to carry them that momentum out of half without a doubt. Again, to the only issue, and I'd say the only issue right now for Cheyenne South is you got to make sure that those wide open looks on the outside for Thunder Basin, you got to get personnel out there. You got to get hands in their faces. That is the kind of difference. And also too, free throw shooting. Free throw shooting right now is the big difference maker, where South has had opportunities, could be closer if not have a lead if they made just a few here and there of those free throws, without a doubt.
Yeah, and again, they get squandered opportunities, but they're taking care of the basketball. Only 8 turnovers in that first half for them. Again, being able to go into the break knowing that you outscored Thunder Basin in that first half is also a good thing as well.
What we're going to do right now is thank our fine sports sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. Again, without them, we would not be able to bring you high school football, basketball, and LCCC men's and women's basketball throughout this at least 2019-2020 campaign. I want to thank Arrow Moving and Storage, B&B Appliance and TV, Baskin Robbins, the LCCC Flight Crew, Bread Basket Bakery, Burns Insurance Company, Capital Lumber Company, Charles Schwab, Cheyenne Auto Repair and Service, Chick-fil-A, Fat Boys Tire and Auto, First Education Federal Credit Union, Foot of the Rockies, Holiday Motors, High West Energy, Joe Ed Produce, Cheyenne Regional Medical Center, First Tier Bank, and LCCC, which Chris, again, we will have LCCC action coming up this Saturday, tomorrow over at the Rack, as LCCC will play host to Sheridan. Lady Generals and Generals in town, 2 and 4 o'clock. Women up first, men up second in that contest. 1:40-ish pregame show here on 1480 AM, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com, and video live streaming as we do on Periscope via Twitter and the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel.
Well, and I was corrected. It was actually Jordan Jones for Central, the Lady Indians, that led the way with 17 points, as I was just texted and updated as far as the...
got the slight correction.
Right, exactly. Of course, is the same person that told me Fernio had the most points as well. So
good.
It's so facto.
Good to know that we have an ombudsman out there, again, looking out for us.
Yeah.
I want to thank the rest of our sponsors here on 1480 KRAE. That includes MHP, Lennox Auto Body, Little Philly, Mary's Mountain Cookies, Medicap Pharmacy, Meridian Trust Federal Credit Union, Merritt Plumbing and Heating, Page Zach Lane at Number One Properties, Pepsi of Cheyenne sponsoring our Pepsi scoreboard, where again at half it's Thunder Basin leading Cheyenne South 37-30. Also too want to thank Platte Valley Bank, Taco John's, Pete's Builders, the Gill Window Company, YDOT, and also to Cheyenne Neurological PC. Chris?
We'll take a 2-minute timeout. We'll have the first half stats for you right here on 1480 KRAE.
Welcome back to Cheyenne South, where we're getting set for the second half here between Thunder Basin and Cheyenne South. Again, want to remind folks very quickly that LCCC in action coming up tomorrow live at the RAC here in town. Sheridan College, Lady Generals and Generals in town. Again, taking on LCCC for both men and women right now. For LCCC, the Lady Golden Eagles and Golden Eagles on a losing streak a bit after the rough ones this past Wednesday in Torrington against Eastern Wyoming, as right now for both JUCO and high school basketball, we start to look, here we are in the month of February, at those standings and start to try to pair up and figure out things for postseason play, especially in that Region 9 where, Chris, Region 9 North, both men and women, whoever's at the top of the heap after it's all said and done gets to host the Region 9 tournament at those venues. And as it stands right now on the men's side of things, it's going to be Western Wyoming and Rock Springs. And on the ladies' side, with the upset victory, so to speak, in Gillette this past, at least Wednesday, again, Casper College. On the women's side, Lady Thunderbirds looking to host the Region 9 women's tournament, at least come March time.
Well, and for LCCC, again, I believe I have it right. The first round is usually hosted at the top 4.
Yeah.
And LCCC having a chance, because I think if I remember right, last year they finished right at the bubble of the top 4, right?
Yeah, they hosted Central Wyoming last year for their first
4-5 matchup. Is that correct?
Yeah, that was correct.
So another chance to do that again and fight through that first round.
And what hurt them was this past Wednesday where they lost to Eastern Wyoming. That team that was sitting right behind them vaulted over with the victory. So now LCCC would be, if the playoffs started tomorrow, they would head out to Torrington to see that Eastern Wyoming team again that vaulted over them due to the fact of the tiebreaker, or at least due to the fact that they got the victory and again are sitting at least one game better in that Region 9 North divisional play.
Well, and as we said, they still get one more chance against Eastern Wyoming, I believe a week from Wednesday, not next week, but the following week after that, I believe, is as you guys will be going up to Gillette to cover.
Gillette's our final road trip of this already lengthy.
For you guys. It's Gillette. I still have to go to Gillette.
This is true. You still have regionals. Again, we'll make 2 trips up to at least Gillette. 2 opportunities to see Thunder Basin. Again, myself and Larry Proietti for that one on Valentine's Day. You'll be heading out for the regional tournament as, again, here we are, the final month. It is game time for every team here in the state of Wyoming, whether it's JUCO or high school, as we start looking towards those regionals, at least regional tournament, state tournament, national tournament, whatever it may be.
March is coming, and that's when basketball starts to turn it up just a little bit. 37-30 is our score here, as South will, I think, start with the basketball. I didn't see them change the arrow, so at least the way it's pointed, and actually it's going to be Thunder Basin. So Allen, Silty, Holt, Williams, and Hamilton will come out for Thunder Basin. It's Mascarenas, Ray, Bird, Moite, and Alexander for South, and South will go left to right now. Cross your screen and radio dial. Allen for Thunder Basin, their leading scorer, got 2 fouls early and had to sit the rest of the time. He still had 6 points, 6 boards, though. Williams with the basketball as Thunder Basin will start. Silty quickly pulls and hits from the right wing his second 3-ball, and just like that, it's a 10-point game, largest lead for Thunder Basin here tonight.
In no time, a big-time 3, and how about a 10-point advantage now for Thunder Basin.
Ray with the basketball goes to Mascarenas in the corner. Mascarenas up top. Bird has the basketball. Looking for Ray. Instead will drive, put it up from 18. Nothing but net. His second field goal hit. His 4th point. 8-point deficit now for South. Williams with right hand dribble. Size up Mascarenas, who has 3 fouls. Switching, goes to Allen, left alone, stepping back for 3, but then good closeout by Moite. And nice drive, or nice cut by Allen, but he misses on the lay-in after a nice bounce pass from Hamilton. Bird in the lane, kick out Mascarenas. 3 from the left side. Right side is off the front of the iron. Allen grabs the rebound, then loses the handle. It's the 5th turnover.
Again, a drive and dish there by Thunder Basin on the inside. A point-blank miss.
That's 2 times now we've seen Allen in transition like that, or at least going full momentum towards the hoop where he wasn't able to finish that easy lay-in. Ray with the basketball up high, dribbles with the right hand, tells Moite to go to the other side. Double team Alexander down low, tries to draw into the contact, misses the first shot, grabs the second one. Can't get that one to roll in. He's able to grab another rebound. Here's Alexander, kick out, Bird left wing 3 off the right iron, and Allen grabs this rebound. His 7th one is Thunder Basin now with that 8-point lead with 6.5 left in the quarter. Have the basketball. Hamilton, skip pass, open for three is Holt. He will knock it down.
Wow.
A timeout called by Williams.
That one is just impressive of how Thunder Basin just hits these from behind the arc.
It's a 1-minute timeout. We'll take one as well right here on 1480 KRAE. Minute timeout in history at 6:12. South still with the basketball as they have already resumed play. Ray on the right wing doesn't take the three, instead goes to Bird right in front of the south bench here near side. Heads it off to Ray. Ray now trying to drive baseline, stops at the right block, air ball, and Silty grabs the rebound for Thunder Basin. Williams across the timeline. No one picks him up, but he still slows it down anyway. Hands it off to Silty. Now we'll put up a deep three from the left wing. His shot is short, and Bird grabs the rebound. Bird lob pass to Ray, running the floor, puts it up high, and one! Mason Hamilton will pick up his first foul, and Leandre Ray with 13 points and a chance for one more.
As you mentioned, Hamilton picking up that foul, his team's first call against Thunder Basin in this second half.
Allen will come back in. Clausen will come out. Bell and Scott come in. Mascarenas and Alexander will take a seat. 43-34, South still trailing by 9 with 5:41 left here in the third quarter. Ray with a chance for three the hard way. Puts up the shot, and that one's nothing but net for Leandre Ray, who's now 4 for 7 at the free throw line. Deegan Williams gets in the lane. Kick out pass to Hamilton. Hamilton almost stolen away by Bird. Bell comes up with a steal. Throws it over to Scott. Scott in transition. We'll have to slow it down. Doesn't have the numbers. Picks up his dribble, skip pass. Down low, Ray has the basketball with Allen on his back hip. Right wing three for Bell, too flat. And grabbing the rebound was Williams. Here comes Thunder Basin in transition. Williams goes to the lane, rolls it in through the front iron. And for Deegan Williams, he's got 6, the lead back up to 10.
Again, this Thunder Basin team so quick on the offense, so quick on those strikes. Just like that, again, double-digit lead.
Moite into the lane, puts up the right hand. Big shot over the shot block of Taylor Williams and gets the two-pointer. Lead back to 8.
As now we're seeing back and forth between these two, but for Cheyenne South, you need a big-time stop here.
Holt gets in the lane, goes to Hamilton, dribbles with the left hand, now picks it up at the elbow, looking for someone to cut. Instead, kicks it out to his partner, Allen. Allen in the lane, spin move around Scott, banks it in for 2. Good move by Allen on Hunter Scott. Lead back to 10, 47-37, 4:30 left on the Pepsi scoreboard.
As we go back and forth between these two, but for Cheyenne South, they need a big-time stop.
Long three by Bird is short. Grabbing the rebound is Williams, and he's got numbers. Nice drive and dish, almost traveling with Silty, regathers and banks it in for 2.
12-point advantage now for the Bolts here, with about 4:07 remaining in this third quarter.
Ray looks over to the bench, pulling his jersey, asking for someone or a sub. He's still dribbling the basketball, though, as he's met by Deegan at the lane. Right block is Scott over to Moite in the lane. Try to drive and dish. Instead, it's a steal by Holt. Another turnover, the 10th one. 3 ball put up by Williams. Hits off the back iron. Hamilton grabs the offensive rebound, lays it in for 2. And a timeout called by Coach Bailey. It's going to be a...
So we await that signal.
Right. I think it looks like a 30-second timeout. Never mind, it's a full. We'll take a 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE.
You're looking for fun?
Kevin Bell to inbound it. Thunder Basin now in a full court pressure. Moite gets the inbound from Bell. Jab steps, gets around Clausen, gets it into the front court. Still dribbling into the lane, is going to be fouled by Jordan Clausen. If Clausen digs up instead of down, he probably won't be called for the foul, but it'll be his second.
His second, team second, called against Thunder Basin. 2 team fouls have been called against the Bolts. None so far against Cheyenne South.
Moite inbound to Ray. Ray at the top. Jab step once. Now gets in the lane with the right hand. Puts up the shot off the glass. Is fouled by Deegan Williams. And Leandre Ray, this is now our 3rd South game. By far the best game we've seen Leandre Ray so far this season.
Williams picking up that foul. That'll be his first, team's 3rd against the Bolts.
Ray is 4 for 7 at the line. 4 for 6. He'll have 7 and 8 coming. First one on the way is good. He's got a game high 14 points.
Now makes it a 13-point advantage for Thunder Basin.
Central down 20-17 to the number 3 team, Sheridan. That's after 1 quarter of play. It's going to be a tough matchup with Sheridan's height. He can actually match up well with Central. Leandre Ray goes 2 for 2 here, leads to 12. After the highest it's been on the night, 14 for Thunder Basin. Williams gets in the lane. Foul, I think a block on Ray.
Ray will pick up that foul. That'll be his first, team's first call against the Fightin Bison here.
Holt will inbound it underneath. Looking for someone to pop open. Still looking. That 5-second call's got to be close. It goes off the face of Williams into the hand of Bell, who comes up with the steal. Bell kick out pass to Ray. Ray looking for someone to pop open. Instead, we'll slow it down and wait for Alexander to get a seal down low. Goes up with a shot and a foul on Allen. Coach Allen and Allen and Coach William both wanting to know what the foul was called.
Either way, though, that foul called against Allen. That'll be his 3rd, team's 4th against Thunder Basin.
Alexander at the line where he's 2 for 4 tonight.
And that is a big foul on the big, at least Allen, who stands at 6'4".
Alexander cashes the first one as Hamilton will come in for Blaine Allen.
Now cuts it down to an 11-point advantage for the Bolts.
Second one for Alexander is on the way with the right hand. That one rolls in as didn't know if it wanted to roll out or in. Luckily for Alexander, decided to go in. Lead cut to 10 under 3 minutes in this quarter. Hamilton, nice, beautiful pass to Silty. Lays it in with the right hand. You could tell he had that quarterback touch right there. Hamilton with 3 assists now. Probably should have 5. Robbed a couple of times on Blaine Allen, not finishing at the rack. Simmons with the basketball, comes up top to Alexander. Now Moite with Deegan Williams on him. Ripped through into the lane. Stops at the right elbow, traveled. He sure did.
Turnover there by Cheyenne South.
11th turnover for South. Williams across the timeline. Dribbles with the left hand, met by Ray at the top. Now goes to Hamilton right in front of Coach Williams for Thunder Basin. Silty, straightaway 3. It's off the right iron. Grabbing the rebound is Hamilton, who banks it in for 2. Hamilton's got 10. He also with 4 rebounds, 3 of which have come on the offensive glass and been putbacks.
And good box out there by Hamilton on the inside, getting that rebound and the putback.
Moite on the right wing, almost had it taken away, gets in the lane, puts up the right-hand shot's an air ball, and grabbing the rebound is Mikhail Holt, his second one. Now Holt in transition, nobody slows him down. Alexander that's Simmons with the block, but he's going to be called for the foul, and Holt will go to the line to shoot 2.
Yeah, Simmons will pick up his second foul, team second against Cheyenne South.
Holt 2 for 2 at the free throw line tonight, with 2 more coming. First one rolls in. He's now 3 for 3 as Mascarenas and Bird will come in for South. Moite and Simmons will come out for the Fightin Bison.
A game that has been well controlled by Thunder Basin from the get-go. Again, now extending out the double-digit lead now with free throw pending up by 15 here.
Second one on the way is nothing but nets. He's now 4 for 4. He'll come out as Ethan Cox comes in. He's got 12 points to lead his team. They have 3 players in double figures. Hamilton, Allen, and Holt all in double digits.
Well, that tells me that it's a very unselfish team a team that is gelling well together.
Team that averages 76 points a game. Ray on the right block, banks it in for 2 after the nice pass by Cameron Bird. And now Leandre Ray with 18. Cox into the lane, kick out, left corner. Hamilton doesn't take the 3, goes to the lane, puts up the right-hand shot, fouled by Bell. The shot was just a bit short. So going to the line to shoot 2 will be Mason Hamilton.
Bell will pick up his second foul, team's third called against Cheyenne South. Talk about this Thunder Basin team who averaging 76 points per game.
Yes.
How about comparison to LCCC, again, a JUCO team that is struggling this season, only averaging about 70 points.
Mason Hamilton missed his first. We'll have one more coming, 78% on the season.
Again, in the JUCO ranks where they play 40 minutes of basketball, where, again, you cut off 4 minutes of action here on at least the high school with 8-minute quarters. 1
for 2 goes Hamilton at the line. Bird gets the inbound, 58-43, 125 left here in this third quarter. Bird fakes the pass to Ray, comes to Mascarenas on the right wing, dribbles twice with the right hand, looking to get at the ball to Alexander. Will do so on that right block. Had it taken away, but then Mascarenas there to grab it. Kicks it out to Bird, who misses the 3 ball, and Hamilton grabs his 5th rebound. Goes over to Williams, lays it in with the left hand for 2 as they beat everybody down the floor. Gonna have to stop the transition game against Thunder Basin. They get out and they run.
Yeah, that speedy transition, again, just scoring that basket in about 2 or 3 seconds. They are that fast, getting up and down.
Bird on the right corner, gets into the lane, kick out, Bell, straightaway 3 from the left-hand shooting Bell. It's short, the rebound will come out to Fox, who gives it over to Deegan Williams, who beats everybody down the floor but can't finish the lay-in. Bell grabs the rebound. In transition, Mascarenas will slow it down. Into lane, Ray, short, grabs his own rebound, 1 dribble, bank shot, rolls in for 2. Thunder Basin up by 15 with 20 seconds left now as Williams gets into the front court. And Bird will be called for his first foul tonight as he reached in around the back of Ethan Cox.
Yeah, that'll be his first foul, team's 4th, called against Cheyenne South.
Allen and Felton will come in for Thunder Basin. Clausen and Deegan Williams for the Bolts to take a seat. Is Deegan Williams still upset about missing that transition layup?
Yeah, again, point blank opportunity. That's something you shouldn't miss on, and especially if you're just doing simple fundamentals.
Allen gets in the lane, kick out Hamilton. Hamilton finds Cox for 3. Nothing but net by Ethan Cox. His first 3 ball, the 5th assist, though, for Mason Hamilton as they're up now 18 with 3 seconds left. Bird, 2 seconds, 1 second, put it up for 3 at the horn. It's short, and that will be it after 3 quarters of play. Thunder Basin up 63, South 45, a 1-minute timeout right here on 1480 KRAE. Quarter here at Fightin Bison Gymnasium. Thunder Basin 63, South 45. Thunder Basin will have Cox, Hamilton, Felton, Holt, and Allen. South will counter with Mascarenas, Moite, Ray, Scott, and Bell.
As for Thunder Basin, they're looking to go the full distance here of at least controlling all 4 quarters and having the lead.
Moite with the basketball on the right-hand dribble. Allen way up high, playing defense on him. Had the steal on the long arms. And Allen with the steal and 2 as he lays it in with the left hand.
Now as this game started to get out of hand for Cheyenne South, 20-point advantage.
Lob pass over to Ray, stolen again by Allen. 2 quick steals for Allen, but then Moite with great defense on the other side. Hunter Scott in transition will have it initially tipped by Felton, but it still rolls in for 2. So a couple of turnovers in a row but then still South able to get a bucket. 65-47 kickball as Hamilton tried to hit the cutting Ethan Cox, and it's kicked by Mascarenas. It'll stay Thunder Basin basketball. Mason Hamilton, signed with Chadron State to play football. Again, the quarterback for that Thunder Basin team, one of the top passing quarterbacks in the state of Wyoming. He has it on the left side, dribbles twice with the left hand, then hands it off to Allen. Allen now bounce pass, gets into the lane, does Holt late drop, or tries a teardrop, too strong. Felton grabs the offensive rebound. 3-ball put up by Allen is knocked home. 21-point lead. Allen now with 13. Ray across the timeline, kick over to Bell. Left corner three for Bell. Nothing but net. Bell has hit his second three-pointer. He's got 9, and the lead is back to 18. Felton in the lane, raised it in with the right hand. Great drive and dish.
As, again, Thunder Basin just answers back so quickly. Again, that lead goes back up to 20.
Ray sizing up Cox outside. Ray, the leading scorer here for South tonight with 13, and he goes to hits the deck. Actually, Ray has 20 to lead all scorers, and he'll have a chance to go to line to shoot 2 more as Cox picks up his first foul tonight.
His first foul, team's 5th called against Thunder Basin. And 9 fouls have been called between the two teams here in the second half.
Ray, a couple of twirls of the basketball, will put it up with the right hand. Connects, and with his first one, he'll get one more as Alexander will come in for Hunter Scott. We'll see Silty and Williams come in for Hamilton and Cox.
A 19-point advantage right now for Thunder Basin.
Ray, the shining light right now, the only one in double figures here for South with 21. Make it still 21 as he misses a shot, and Allen will grab his 8th rebound. Silty with the basketball, hands it off. 3-ball put up by Holt, nothing but net.
And again,
Mikhail Holt, his 3rd three-pointer hit.
Even with the slight movement there, again, a just arching 3 that falls through for Thunder Basin. Again, a team that makes these shots look just so pretty.
Mascarenas gets into the corner, stops, picks up his dribble, goes over to Ray on the high right side, right next to Coach Bailey and his coaching staff on the bench. Dribble handoff, carry called on Leandre Ray, who agreed with the call. 5:49 left here on the Pepsi scoreboard, 73-51. Thunder Basin with the lead. There's been one tie. Other than that, Thunder Basin's had the lead.
And it looks like for Thunder Basin, they're going to pretty much walk away with a victory here against the South team.
A foul called on Michael Mascarenas. It's going to be his 4th.
His 4th, and that will be team's 5th against the Fightin Bison.
Felton will inbound it for the Bolts. As Deegan Williams up high and South with 3/4 court pressure. Williams gets it into the front court. Gets it over to Holt. Holt bounce pass to Felton. Extra pass over to Silty. Right corner 3, nothing but net. And they don't take long to get that ball up.
As
Silty has 3 3-pointers hit as well.
And now they're starting to fill it from behind the arc. Again, back-to-back 3s by the Bolts here.
It's now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 3-balls hit tonight. Make that 10 3-pointers hit as Alexander banks it in from the right block for 2.
It's almost like the Thunder Basin team took at least a page out of the playbook of Steve Kerr and the years ago Golden State Warriors.
I make that 11 3-pointers as I officially count. Now 12 as Holt just hit his 4th 3-pointer. He's now got 18. The lead's up to 26.
As now they're starting to be a little unconscious from behind the arc.
And again, they're quick release. They don't need a lot of space to pull it in within rhythm. Ray still with the basketball. Bounce pass. Alexander creates some space. Lays it in with the right hand as Alexander back-to-back buckets. And Coach Bailey will call a timeout. I think all he has left are full timeouts. And he's still waiting to see what kind of timeout he wants. It's a full one. We'll take a 1-minute timeout here as well on 1480 KRAE. Blaine Allen knocks down another three. The lead's now up to 27 over at the Thunderdome. East boys up 22-12 after 1 quarter of play against Natrona as Bird gets in the lane and banks it in for 2. He's got 6. Lead back to 25 for Thunder Basin. Looking to go wire to wire on the win as they have not given up the lead, and Moite will be called for the contact foul. That's the 6th team for Moite. I believe that's just his first.
They're going to say that's his second. At least foul, 16 foul called against Cheyenne South. So next one puts Thunder Basin in the bonus, which really at this point does not matter for this Bulls team that is, again, dominating this entire game.
Alexander will come out. Hunter Scott will come in for him. Williams into the front court for Thunder Basin. Silty fakes the 3 and then traveled.
Kind of the rare turnover by the Bolts. They've kind of at least kept it clean here in the second half.
Yeah, 9 turnovers in the game, just the third one of the second half. 3:54 left in the fourth quarter, 82-57. This Thunder Basin offense, #1 in the state, showing it here with that 3 ball. They've hit 13 of them, or 14 of them. As we're at the break, Allen hit another one. Ray bounce pass down low to Scott. Scott lost his dribble. Well, I guess not, because they gave him another one. Ray gets into the lane, puts up the right-hand floater, too strong, grabs his own offense rebound, banks it too light there on that as Allen grabs the long rebound. Allen spin moves around. He's 1 rebound away from a double-double. Skip pass over to Holt. Holt into the lane, had a wide-open lay-in. Instead passes it out for Allen. He misses the shot, and Simmons grabs the rebound. And then throws it away. Comes right to Silty with the steal. That's the 13th turnover for South. Williams for 3 on the left side. Too strong. Grabbing the rebound. His 10th one is Allen. He's got a double-double. Williams in the lane. Nice driving kick to Clausen. Extra pass, though, to Holt into the baseline. Double team. Kick out to Clausen. Clausen will throw it over to Allen. Open in the corner is Williams. He'll drive with the left hand. Instead, kick it out to Silty. Straight away 3. Nothing but net. 2's more than 3. Or 3's more than 2. And that's what you can tell by Thunder Basin. They'll take a wide open 3 over a wide open 2 any day. Simmons across the timeline is going to be fouled on the way up by Blaine Allen. That'll be his 4th.
Yeah, he's going to get hacked by Allen on that one. His 4th foul. Team 6 called against Thunder Basin. So both teams at 6 fouls apiece here in this half. As Thunder Basin right now just pretty much just trying to get practice shots, essentially kind of game situation shots from behind the arc.
Simmons misses the first. It's a halftime score over at the Fieldhouse at Central High School. Central with a 33-31 lead over Sheridan, the #3 team in the state.
#1 versus #3, so that is becoming a battle over there at the Fieldhouse. Again, will Sheridan be that team that finally takes care of business against Cheyenne Central, that first Wyoming team to take care of business?
Leandre Ray looks like he's done for the night as he comes out. Simmons will go 1 for 2. Got a nice ovation from the crowd here as he'll finish tonight with 17, 18, 19, 20, 21 points. As we'll see Tiger Moite come in for Cameron Bird, who will take a seat. Not happy, of course, as a competitor. You never want to come off the floor. As we got a horn.
As we're going to call over the official to figure out what's going on here at Cheyenne South. And not entirely sure what the horn was called for. Again, time and everything seems correct up on the board.
And I think it should be 1-1 on the free throw attempt, so Tiger Moite actually has to come out. Oh no, it's Tiger not in the...
Not sure.
So it's going to be a technical foul as Tiger Moite may not have been listed in the book.
I think that's probably
so it's an administration technical foul, and Mason Hamilton will go to the line to shoot the technical foul shots. First one, short.
It's almost if you're the scorer's table or, again, this officiating crew. Come on now. What's the point of calling it?
Well, you have to because it's an administrative rule. Yeah. Maybe if it's a judgment call, that's kind of a black and white deal as Hamilton goes 1 for 2 at the line. 86-58 the score. For South, they have number 22, Tannen Van Tassel, who checks in as well as Tiger Moite. And also number 5, Kobe Bardo. Thunder Basin with the basketball. Cox has it, goes to Hamilton on the right side, loses the handle, regains possession though with 2:28 left. Number 25, Jackson Voigt, in for the first time. He's in the the game as Hamilton tries to go with the bank shot. Foul called on Kobe Bardo. Hamilton will go back to the line to shoot 2.
As Bardo will pick up his first foul. Team's 8th called against Cheyenne South. Again, at least they already put bonus for Thunder Basin with that technical foul.
Yeah, it goes towards the team and goes towards the bench. As
again,
Hamilton misses the first, hits the first one.
As that tech just adds more salt to the wound for Cheyenne South here tonight.
Yeah, because unfortunately on that one, that goes against the coach because he's the one that fills out the book. Tiger has it, goes over to Bardo in the corner. Hunter Scott has it up top. 2:10 left here in this fourth quarter. Kick out. Bardo trying to drive baseline on Felton. Reverse lay-in, too strong. Hamilton grabs his 6th rebound.
As Thunder Basin with the victory will move to 13-3 overall. For Cheyenne South with the loss, they're going to go to 7-8 overall.
With the basketball, Voigt will go to the left side to Hamilton. Hamilton, 2 dribbles, had it taken away. Moite grabs the basketball. Jeremiah Moite with the right hand, gets in the lane, bank shot, good for 2. He's got 4 points, lead up to 27, a timeout for subs for Coach Williams. He'll actually just call it a 30-second timeout.
As we'll just keep it here again as minute 39 remaining in this contest as Thunder Basin's going to get the sweep here on both boys and girls against Cheyenne South. As now South prepares, or at least has to shake this one off, get ready for action tomorrow. Again, Thunder Basin, as you mentioned, they will be heading over to Laramie to see the Plainsmen and Lady Plainsmen. So Thunder Basin looking to carry the momentum against 2 teams, or at least a Laramie outfit that should have comfortable wins against them, even in Plainsman Gymnasium over there, at least over there across the hill. So again,
that's if they can get there too.
Yeah, again, we'll see. Usually is open even with the snow
That's
closure on I-80.
True. Very true. And if you come all that way, you might as well get it in.
Yeah.
3 ball put up by Voigt, hits off the front iron. Grabbing the rebound is Tiger Moite. Moite will throw it over to Jeremiah Moite. Bounce pass to the other Moite as Scott will grab the loose ball, rattles it home on a bank shot. He's got 4. Lead up to 25.
Or if not for Thunder Basin, if they can't make it over to Laramie, maybe meet them up in the middle and have a Winter Classic.
In the left side, as Voigt gets into the lane and now kicks it out. With the basketball for Thunder Basin is Voigt, who puts up another 3, misses the shot. Grabbing the rebound is Wyatt Tarter, who will come up with his first basket tonight off the bench. The lead back up to 27.
As Thunder Basin will go coast to coast in this contest and get the victory. Again, a dominating victory.
Air ball by Van Tassel. Scott grabs the rebound, can't finish. Grabs another rebound, can't finish the second one. Van Tassel will grab the rebound and will go to the line to shoot 2 as he's fouled on the way up.
That'll be the 17th foul called against Thunder Basin. So bonus time for the remainder 35.5 here in this contest. That foul coming against, it looks like Tarter, who will have his first foul of the evening.
Van Tassel, 2 dribbles with the right hand. Puts up the first free throw, and that one rolls in through the front iron. 10 in Van Tassel, a senior for Coach Bailey. That's why you can hear the extra loud cheer there for their senior who doesn't see a ton of playing time. Second one by Van Tassel off the right iron. The rebound will come down to Bardo for South. Down low and losing the handle is Tiger Moite, 32.1 left. See if Thunder Basin just tries to dribble it out.
Yeah, we'll see if the Bolts do attempt that as you get a full court pressure here by South.
Of course, for Thunder Basin, they also have Jackson Voigt, who's also a senior who doesn't see a lot of playing time out on the floor as well. He has the basketball up high, 17 seconds left. Throws the pass over in the corner. Going into the lane to Scott, spin move, bank shot, up and in for 2 and 1.
That foul will be the 19th foul called against Cheyenne South. That one going against Van Tassel, who will pick up his first foul.
So Cox, 91-63, 91 points in a high school game. You don't see that too often as Cox goes for 3 the hard way as he knocks the end one in.
Well, that tells you how potent this offense is for Thunder Basin. Again, that when they're firing from behind the arc.
Moite misses the 3-point attempt. It's out of play with 1.8 left. Looks like the final tonight will be 92-63 in favor of Thunder Basin as they'll sweep the Fightin Bison here in their own gym. They'll go to Laramie tomorrow as they get the inbound. Well, Thunder Basin, it was close out between South and Thunder Basin. It was close at half, but then a big third quarter equaling an even bigger fourth quarter gives them the 29-point victory here at Fightin Bison Gymnasium. We'll take a 2-minute timeout, come back with the final stats and final remarks of tonight's matchup against South and Thunder Basin right here on 1480 KRAE.
If you're looking for fun and style, then the new 2019 Kia Optima has what you need. And here at Kia of Cheyenne, we can help you own one. I'm AJ Miller, and the 2019 Kia Optima will reward your daily drive with comfort, performance, and advanced engineering. Kia Optima technology, your phone allows access to remote lock or unlock, climate control, 24-hour roadside assistance, and much more. Come in, call 775-0123, or go to KiaofCheyenne.com, and we'll make it easy.
College. It's filled with classrooms, instructors, and exams. But beyond that, it's filled with curiosity, budding friendships, insightful conversations, and so many opportunities. There will be people like you, and you, and you. You'll work, you'll play, you'll struggle, and you'll succeed. But when you allow yourself to pursue your dreams, you'll learn what you're truly made of.
Take a look at our final stats of this 92-63 winner for Thunder Basin. They were led by Mikhail Holt with 18 points, 16 for Hayden Silty, 16 for Blaine Allen, who also had chipped in with 10 rebounds, a double-double for him. Mason Hamilton with 13, 8 apiece for Ethan Cox and Deegan Williams and Andre Felton. 3 points for Jordan Clausen, 2 points for Wyatt Tarter. For South, Leandre Ray had 21 points, 10 points for Maureen Alexander, 9 points for Kevin Bell, 6 for Bird, 5 for Mascarenas, 4 for Hunter Scott, 3 for Devin Simmons, and 1 for Tannen Van Tassel. The sweep here tonight, 61-41 was the girls' game, 92-63 here in this boys' game. It's Thunder Basin just too much to handle for both South teams tonight.
Yeah, without a doubt. Again, both teams, or at least for Cheyenne South, Lady Fightin Bison, got to lick their wounds, focus on tomorrow as they'll be back in action. Thunder Basin, as we mentioned, will be in Laramie. Again, Fightin Bison in action, at least coming up tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, here on 1480 KRAE, 101.1 FM, 1480KRAE.com, and video live streaming on Periscope via Twitter and the 1480 KRAE YouTube channel. We will have LCCC action. Myself and Larry Proietti will be over at the rack here in town, seeing Sheridan College travel on down to take on LCCC. 2 and 4 o'clock are the tip-off times. Women up first, men up second. 1:40-ish pregame show here on 1480 KRAE. Our next high school contest, unfortunately, Chris is going to he's going to enjoy a Friday for at least it's been a while, about a couple weeks, but he will be back here in Cheyenne. Myself and Larry will be up in Gillette as we'll see the same Thunder Basin team as they'll host Cheyenne Central on Friday. We will have that contest here on 1480 KRAE. That's our next high school action next Friday up there in the Razor City.
Well, for again here tonight, Thunder Basin win both the girls and the boys game. For Trowa Elbert-Armstrong back at the house running the controls. For my partner, Nick Proietti, I am Chris Polton. We'll take you back to our regular scheduled programming right here on 1480 KRAE.